A very good morning to all. I, Professor Ashwini Renavikar,
and I, Dr. Sonal Sharma,
on behalf of Thakur Institute of Management Studies, Career Development and Research, Timscdr, welcome you all to the inauguration ceremony of Icaim 2025, International Conference on Advances in Information Technology and Management. We are happy to inform you all that the conference has become an annual feature of this institute's calendar. Theme of this year's conference is Leveraging Information Technology for Sustainability in Agriculture and Healthcare towards Viksit Bharat. This conference is arranged in association with AMC, Association of Medical Consultants, IMA, Indian Medical Association, Malad Medical Association, Kandivli Medical Association, Mashia, Maharashtra Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture, NCSH, Nordic Center for Sustainable Healthcare, GIST, Global Indian Scientists and Technocrats, DMI, Development Management Institute, CSI, Computer Society of India, Mumbai branch, and IIC, Institutes Innovation Council.
We start this inaugural function with blessing of Ma Saraswati. I invite our students, Ms. Sanjana and Ms. Deepshikha, for Saraswati Vandana and request all delegates to light the auspicious lamp. Sanjana.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युत शङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मा पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा.
Thank you, Sanjana and Deepshikha. The journey of 1,000 meals starts with one step. The seed for this conference was sown in the year 2016 based on success of positive outcome of Icaim 2016, focus mainly on leveraging information technology for better healthcare. We have been arranging conference with specific focus. 2017 focused on intersectoral research, 18 on agriculture and nutrition, 20 on leveraging information technology for sustainability and agriculture and medicine, 21-22 organized in the blended mode due to COVID, the pandemic. We focused on leveraging information technology for sustainability in agriculture and medicine, COVID crisis. 20,000 is based on carbon neutrality and 24 on women empowerment. This year we have focused on Viksit Bharat as our theme. The International Conference on Advance in Information Technology and Management 25 brings together leading expert, researcher, practitioners to explore the pivot role in information technology in forecasting sustainability in agriculture and healthcare. The Viksit Bharat, the vision of Government of India, into the development of the nation by 2047, the 100th independence. The journey toward Viksit Bharat is a collective effort that required the collaboration of government, industry, academia, and public working together to build bright and more sustainable future for all. Icaim 25 aims to contribute toward the vision of Viksit Bharat as it sets sign to drive innovative IT solutions for sustainability and resilience in the agriculture and healthcare.
As was just mentioned by Dr. Sonal, with this illustrious history of Icaim conferences, we are sure this year also we will provide a platform for exchange of ideas among eminent and erudite personalities from relevant fields and will open many more avenues for future technological enhancements. To showcase the journey of Icaim, now I request Professor Alifia to play the video which will illustrate the journey of Icaim conferences for last years as well as starting from 2016.
कुछ पाने की हो आस आस, कोई अरमा हो जो खास खास आशाएं, हर कोशिश में हो बार बार, करे दरियाओं को आर पार आशाएं, तूफानों को चीर के मंजिलों को छीन ले, आशाएं ले दिल की, उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की, अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी, नहीं कुछ भी, आशाएं ले दिल की, उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की, अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी, नहीं कुछ भी।
Thank you, Alifia, for the wonderful video. It is our proud privilege to have veterans from variety of fields as our esteemed guests of honor. We also have head of the institutes from different institutions under Thakur Education Group, principals and head of the institutions as well as departments. We have our esteemed guest, Dr. Suresh Shan, who is a chairman of Computer Society of India. We have Mr. Jyotish Kumar Ghosh, Chief Sales Officer, 3i Infotech Limited. Dr. Yaloji Rao Mirajkar, who will be connecting in online mode. And we also have Manohar Khake and Mr. Dinesh Kumar. We have Professor Datta and Dr. Sadamkar, who has joined the function. From Timscdr, we have our director, Madam, Dr. Vinita Gaikwad. We also have Professor Sonu Gupta, who is Deputy Director and our Training Placement Officer. We have Professor Shirshendu Maitra, who is the head of the department, as well as one of the Icaim coordinators. We have Dr. Padma Mishra, who is also Icaim coordinator.
Now I request our director, Dr. Vinita Gaikwad ma'am, to felicitate Dr. Suresh San sir.
अभी दत्ता सर का भी करवाना है। विनीता मैडम से ही करवाते हैं। सब करना है? सब करना है। Thank you, madam, for doing the honor. Now I request Professor Sonu Gupta to felicitate Jyotish Kumar with a memento.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Now I welcome Dr. Dinesh sir and Dr. Maitra. Maitra sir, please felicitate Dinesh sir.
I request Dr. Padma to please felicitate Manohar Khake sir. May I now request Dr. Vinita Gaikwad madam to please felicitate Datta sir, who also is a father figure for our institute. May I now request Professor Sonu Gupta to felicitate Dr. Sedamkar. Now, I request all the dignitaries to please release the conference proceedings of Icaim 2025. The conference proceeding is a result of hard work of all faculty members and students of Timscdr. A total of 100 research papers, 50 research posters, and more than 5 hackathon projects have been shortlisted for the final round after multiple reviews of cycles. Thank you for unveiling the proceedings.
Thank you so much. To appreciate the effort of our team, I request our esteemed guests to felicitate our faculties. I request Dr. Shan to felicitate Dr. Vinita ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I request Mr. Jyotish, sir, to felicitate. Sorry. Okay. Jyotish, sir, to felicitate Dr. Professor Sonu, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I request Dr. Dinesh to felicitate Maitra, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I request Mr. Manohar to Padma, ma'am. Felicitate Padma, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I request Datta, sir, to felicitate Dr. Vinita, ma'am. Ma'am, Vinita, ma'am. Datta, sir. आपका होगा. हो गया. हो गया. सुरेश सर बाकी है. कर इनका रहेगा. हाँ हाँ.
Two more heads from other institutes, Timscdr and TGBS, have joined us recently. So I request Datta sir to please felicitate in charge director Rekha madam. She is from Timscdr. Datta sir, request you to do one more honor. I request you to felicitate Dr. Shuchi Gautam, who is director of TGBS.
Now I welcome our director, Dr. Vinita ma'am, to say a few words.
Before she starts, let's have our introductory video.
Thank you for the awesome introduction. And thanks for welcoming me to my own program. A very warm good morning to all the wonderful guests sitting here on the dais. At this moment, I can understand the importance of all these people sitting here on the dais and giving their precious time for all of us. So I hope the students sitting over here understand the importance of it. To continue with my short message for this year's Icaim 2025, we are nearing a decade of celebrating research through Icaim 2025, which marks the 10th International Multidisciplinary Conference titled Leveraging Information Technology for Sustainability in Agriculture and Healthcare, Viksit Bharat. Icaim continues its focus on agriculture and healthcare, however not being limited to other domains. Icaim 2025 emphasizes on Viksit Bharat and AI. As very rightly said by our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, Viksit Bharat is a nation where no one is too small to dream and no dream is too big to achieve. Everyone, no matter who they are, can aspire to reach the heights of success. Viksit Bharat or Developed India is a strategic roadmap to position India as a global economic powerhouse, an innovation hub, and a leader in sustainable development. The vision of Viksit Bharat is spearheaded by progressive policies and rapid technological advancements, aims to create a self-reliant, inclusive, and resilient nation by 2047, marking the 100th year of India's independence. Viksit Bharat is an ambitious plan, but what role do we play? Viksit Bharat has profound implications and expectations for and from today's youth. India today represents the country in the world with the highest population of over 1.5 billion. Of these 1.5 billion, more than 50% of the population is below the age of 25 and more than 65 below the age of 35, indicating a country populated with youth. To realize the vision of Viksit Bharat, our youth will play an important role. But how? By driving economic growth and innovation, thus by establishing startups and businesses, by adopting innovative cutting-edge technologies in the fields like AI, robotics, and biotechnology. They can enhance education and skill development by pursuing higher education and participate in Skill India and Digital India. They should be promoting social and civil responsibility by advocating gender equality and education for all, and also involving in protection of the environment and natural resources. They should be leveraging technology for development by developing digital solutions for education, healthcare, and governance. And finally, by strengthening the global presence, by engaging in international collaborations, and most importantly, by showcasing India's rich cultural heritage and soft power diplomacy. What role does Viksit Bharat play for agriculture? Viksit Bharat 2047 envisions creating a resilient, inclusive, and sustainable agricultural system to enhance the productivity, improve income of farmers and agricultural workers, and ensure food and nutritional security. Agriculture employs 41.5% of India's workforce and contributes nearly to 18% to the GDP. However, this sector's growth has been slow because of low productivity, fragmented land holdings, and climate risks. It is critical to improve rural livelihoods and ensure food security for a population projected to exceed 1.6 billion by 2047. To improve the agriculture sector, we need to have crop diversification techniques deployed. We need to promote agro-processing industries, bring in market reforms, and provide easy access to credit for the farmers. Moving to the second domain which Icaim focuses on is artificial intelligence and technology. As rightly said by Kate Crawford, principal researcher at Microsoft, the most dangerous aspect of AI is not that it will surpass human intelligence, but that it might perfectly replicate human fallibility. AI models may carry the same flaws, biases, and limitations as the humans who create them. The risk lies in replicating our imperfections at scale. According to Kate, AI is neither artificial nor intelligent. However, we cannot ignore the significant role that AI is playing in agriculture. Today's AI-empowered youth can help the agriculture sector by building tools for precision farming, for maximizing the productivity, by providing tools for smart irrigation, for water conservation and efficiency, AI for pest and disease control, AI-driven market forecasting and pricing for better selling decisions for the farmers, AI in financial inclusion and insurance. AI can also be deployed for sustainability and organic farming, thus taking care of climate change, soil degradation, and health issues. And the list will go on. Today, on the first day of Icaim 2025, which is dedicated to the agriculture domain, we look forward to discussions on the use of IT in general and AI in specific in the agriculture domain. Finally, to achieve the goal of Viksit Bharat, we not only require our youth to be technically skilled, but also mindful. In the wake of the entire world changing at an immensely fast pace due to the outpour of data and information, which exhausts the rational thinking of a normal human mind, our youth need to be resilient. Our youth needs to hold on to our age-old value system that demands patience and respect towards each other. Our youth need to have zero tolerance towards procrastination and need to focus on self-upgradation and self-love. I trust Icaim 2025 has been and will be for today and tomorrow a platform to revive our research and innovation capabilities. Before I end my message, I would like to put forth and would proudly mention the progress our institution has made. We have received autonomy from UGC for a period of 10 years. We are proud to have a PhD research center, and we look forward for a new program in MCA integrated MCA. All this is achieved only and only because of dedicated staff, and I would say my dedicated staff, right from my lowest support staff to my senior most faculty member, who have been there with the institution and have been working with full dedication. I am in gratitude to each one of them. With this, I end my speech. Thank you.
Thank you, madam, for the wonderful welcome speech, and especially bringing in front the aspects of AI and ethics that need to be followed by youth. Also highlighting the Institute's achievements, and we are sure under your able guidance, Institute will keep progressing by leaps and bounds. Now, we move ahead to more interesting feature of the conference. We will have interaction with our esteemed and knowledgeable guests. We start with a discussion with Dr. Suresh San, but before we start his speech, we will have his introductory video. Dinesh Chan to say a few words.
Good morning, everyone. Distinguished dignitaries from the dais, Director Madam, Deputy Director Madam, HODs, faculties, researchers, and the placement team. Thank you all to be part of here and trying to see the kind of projects what it started, I think 6 years before with 20 to 30 pages. Today we can see 300 pages where I'm sure like 2030 we will have minimum 3 kilos of projects when the executed part of it, and that innovation cell is working more. That's what it shows. And the projects, quality projects, which you can see more as an impact. Surely, like we were discussing with Dinesh sir to say, still we can bring out some more monetary benefits. These projects will go high and people will also get highlighted part of the other things. So top of these three, still you can take it part of CSI and we can facilitate them during the TechNext program so that they can come and present and they can get highlighted there also. That's what it starts with that. Otherwise, Thakur College, when our madam tells me a date like we have to fix it, at least I have to be at home. So I don't have an excuse to say like, no, I can't attend or I'm not available. Since I stay at Kandivali, so it's a given, like which we have to do it, part of it. So thanks, madam. Surely whenever any event, we feel happy and part of the group Competitors Society of India, be it AICT or even Mahindra's, we feel something we have achieved, then that these videos at least I have to run at home, I think, because whenever I come out, they used to ask me, where are you going, what time you'll come back. These videos will give some comfort so that next time when I come out, they will have something to at least tell me, okay, you are doing something which is sense for them also, they will accept and adopt on that. See here, the topic when madam said it's more to do with farmers and health, I would say these are the core of our country and these are the core expectations of our country. When it comes to farmers, we see using digital when tomato prices go up beyond 100 rupees. Everybody put a critic, everybody does a WhatsApp. But when tomato price come to 5 rupees, nobody puts a WhatsApp to promote the farmer or how much he's taking back when you talk about a product which he's selling at 5 rupees and how much he's going to yield. So that's what, which creates a sad state. Even educated people didn't appreciate how much effort has gone beyond somebody is able to give a product which is 5 rupees, which you can't even defend when the same product is going beyond 100 rupees per kg. And it's used in day-to-day life part of it. So farmers, in my opinion, in India, until farmers didn't come out with the technology, until farmers didn't get empowered with technology, I don't think like our country can just come out and say like we are the top nations and we are the people who perform a lot in terms of digital, and digital has to play it, and it's given in India at least digital will empower a lot more from farmers and health, which anyway you have taken part of it. That's what we can see in terms of how that impact which is created, and especially when it comes to farming, companies like Mahindra's, even though they work in all-in-one tractors where they use as much as part of artificial intelligence to build such a device, that expectation from farmers is what we have to define the price, we have to define the price for the product. So in other words, like how the intelligence should get matured, a farmer should release, instead of tomato, you call it a sauce or whatever you are going to make out of tomato, that product should also get out of that farm and the price should be defined by the farmers and they have to get benefit. That's the actual level of intelligence or technology. That's what we have to see. The creator should get the benefit. Creator should earn what exactly, rather than creator gets only not even one part of it and other people try to use technology for somebody's benefit. That's what you have to see, how intelligence can more focus and get maximum advantage for the creator who puts money, time, efforts, and how to take it up. And again, healthcare, you can see a lot more. Even in these projects, you would have seen students has gone beyond the level to find out how we can bring out in 3 categories. One, aged people like above 40, 45, how similar things happens and impact in a day-to-day life. Again, women empowerment. Women do face so many problems in medical, especially when it comes to working women. Those things are part of the project and come out very well in terms of how similar things can be seen and try to deploy it. And slightly we have to improvise a lot more in terms of implementation. That's where CSI and other non-profit organizations do come out with a platform trying to set so that you can utilize more in terms of trying to utilize artificial intelligence. And when it comes to intelligence, again, the problem in India is what we do have a lot more which is put in social are only the positives or only the agreed interest products. You call it photos, you call it whatever as posted in social media, all the positive things, we don't post negative things. So an intelligence which is going to work on ChatGPT or going to work on more of an information part of Google or going to be more of a social media will get only positives. So, but if you want to have a strong, authentic in terms of intelligence, then it should have negative also. It should have 360-degree impact of the same solution, product, services. That's where the youngsters should come out and try to do in terms of not just downloading data from Google. You should upload more data for Google and authentic information. So I don't know how many people know the difference between cooked data and authentic data. Cooked data is like Google Maps. It was for us, used by us, and created by us. I can go and put Thakur College in Worli, it will pick up, and next time when you put Thakur College, it will show this and Worli also. But when you are trying to use an authentic information like Google Earth, which was paid and it is given by Google, where if you put also, like it will check and it will verify with the institute, and based on institute clearance, they will try to display it. So work on those projects, work on those kind of elements which will strengthen intelligence with the negative impact, and it will create 360-degree impact of that particular solution. That's where you can see a lot more which is reliable, and that's where we can see a lot more which can give us more in that. And again, we have to see in intelligence, e-business in India is less to do with electronics, more to do with emotions. In India, until you don't have a technology which promotes and supports more in terms of research papers and other elements, which gets that ingredient part of intelligence, we can have a strong sophisticated system, which gives us more comfort in terms of how to deliver things part of it. So a lot more can be spoken, but still in the interest of time, I will narrate something from Mahabharata to stay. Who are all the happiest people? That's a quote asked, and it was a conversation between Dharma and Krishna, where it was said like very clearly to find out a person who don't have debts, a person who grows his own food, a person who didn't come out of his origin or native for survival. Okay, but unfortunate, everybody is born with some debts. Everybody does more in terms of how to take loan rather than how to get into any procurement or purchase. Second, we don't know even what food we consume. We all just blindly consume whatever it is given. Even we don't know the names also, but still we try to take it part of food. The third, everybody now has moved from their origin to some different place in terms of getting into the kind of survival. But how similar things can be achieved, part of the belief behavior, best business benefits of Bharat. It was told very clearly, the quality education can replace similar things, and entrepreneurship can do. These two jointly can at least ensure like these three things, you can do two things part of it. So use intelligence effectively, avoid as much as you can, don't try to borrow. Second, try to grow your own food. Third, ensure like whomsoever is from that local, rural, remote, whatever, let them be there, but let them be paid for that ideology or whatever they can do it, so that we can see a transformed India which gives us more comfort in bringing that full nation with the intelligence, not only from farmers' health, whichever is surrounding, and trying to create that empowerment in terms of that environment. We'll all support to try to do that. Thanks for your all valuable time. Thanks.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your knowledge. Now we have with us Mr. Jyotish Kumar Ghosh. Can we see the glimpse of work of Mr. Jyotish Kumar? Welcome, sir. Welcome, and say a few words to us.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, that's a nice one. Everybody's awake. It's a weekend for all of us, but good to have so many students and dignitaries here. Thank you, Madam, for giving me an opportunity to be here today. It's an honor to be here and speak about leveraging IT for agriculture and healthcare. I think agriculture and health touches all of us, our lives. Uh, we, we may have come across these things directly, indirectly, or felt it directly. I'm not very sure how many of you grown food products, as Dr. San said, that you should grow some food by yourself. I'm not very sure. Anyone has grown, especially students community? Have you seen how farmers grow product, produces? Can you raise hands? Yeah, I can see. What is that you have seen grown, tasted, or grown, sold? What is that? Good. That's sugarcane. So, anyone else? Any other crop? Yes, sir. Okay, great. Any other? Okay, cotton. So I think, as Dr. San also said, and Madam Gaikwad also said, that there's a lot of inherent challenge which we are having in the farming, and this is one of the sector which contributes about 18+% of the GDP, but still growing at a slower pace than other industry. I think it makes us thinking. So it's no wonder that tomato prices goes from 100 to 5, 5 rupees to 100 rupees, and still farmers don't make much money. So it's really a cause of concern. And as a part of Viksit Bharat, which Dr. Madam has said, I think that's one of the initiatives which government is taking, the industry bodies are taking, and as an ecosystem is being worked out on that. So I'll share with you some of these use cases on tech, both in, if you look at the areas in agriculture and healthcare. So first of all, in in agriculture, if you look at precision farming, I'm not very sure how many of you know about precision farming. This is a farming where you make sure that you use all the resources rightfully, which could be water, which could be your fertilizers, which could be those chemicals we use to make sure the crop doesn't get destroyed by the weeds or insects, and so on and so forth. So that's precision farming, and a lot of technology has come in. As Vinita Madam did say, that we have a fragmented land mass because most of the farmers are marginalized. They don't have very large land mass like international developed countries. We have maybe half an acre, 1 acre, 2 acres, but these technologies are helping to be precise there to make sure that the output from this goes at least by 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, whatever they are doing, so that the yield becomes better. The next area, what we are talking about is how the supply chain, if you look at why the prices go up, if Dr. Shan said that prices go up primarily, because the supply is somewhere throttled and it doesn't move. And when there is a shortage, automatically the prices goes up. So sometimes it's artificial. If there are areas where, along with a lot of tech company like ours working with the government and industry bodies to make sure we apply blockchain, to make sure that there is a transparency in this entire supply chain, and which helps us to make sure that these entire visibility is available to farmer as well as regulator as well as the entire industry as a whole. Another 2 more important areas are crop management apps. A lot of apps have come up. I know one of my friend is running an app for doing a drip irrigation where they use IBM technology they also use remote sensing for understanding the soil quality depending on the area, region, as well as the crop. So you can decide what kind of water to be. So these are the areas where I would encourage that some of you should visit some of the rural areas, do some of these kind of researches which are highly impact and socially responsible. I think there will be a good amount of replication of all these things you can implement in the industry. And this is an area where it is ever evolving, and a lot of high tech is going around this. It includes your blockchain, it includes your analytics, it includes your IoT, it includes your remote sensing. Everything is directly impacting the farmers. So I will encourage students and Director Madam to look at these areas, some of these areas, to do some research where you can directly impact on this. While you have done some work, which I can see, that's commendable, but continue to do this research in some of this area. Maybe a blockchain could be one area where you can work on a supply chain from the produce till it reaches to Bombay. It's very simple. You go to Nasik, the prices are half, onion prices, or maybe 10% what we get it here. Well, within a distance of 120 kilometers, why it's going so high? So farmer is not getting richer. Somebody else getting richer. So I think that's an area where you can help with the technology. Now let's go to healthcare. I think the healthcare, all of us needs to be healthy, and as Dr. Madam also said that we have a huge population who are young, and I think it's very imperative that everybody remains healthy, and also you have an ecosystem for health. So if you look at the technology, the best example which I can talk about the use of technology in healthcare is during COVID time. I think telemedicines, the consultation over video, consultation over phone, that got liberalized. Most of the doctors before COVID, including my friends, never used to say anything, prescriptions which is a little bit serious. They never used to be they said, get the patient, we'll see. But during COVID, it came forthright. I think that's a learning, and a lot of things worked. And it gave a proof that yes, telemedicine and video call medicines and remote diagnostics is working. And that's become a reality today. And as a part of Viksit Bharat, Government of India has initiated district level telemedicine vans where somebody from a remote village can get into there, and a doctor from a big facility or a hospital can look at online. And that's reality today. I'm telling you, it's happening. Some of these districts have been empowered. You get in, you put those devices on, the person can see your vital parameters, and they can suggest that. So that's a reality today which is working on. The other area, I'm not very sure how many of you know that electronic health records. Health record is a big thing for all of us. It's important that we have health records created, kept properly. Today, government has initiated this, that you can have your all health record at one places, and electronically everything has been deposited. And archival is very simpler nowadays because of technology, which you can archive with different parameters. And also this helps as a part of research, like certain kind of diseases, certain kind of places, any outbreak, all those things helps in diagnosing that. The last one, I would say, which is the most important part, is wearable devices. How many of you use wearable devices which tracks your heartbeat, which tracks your sleep, look at this. And I'm telling you, this is growing. 5 years back, what was today, some of my friends who have diabetes, they have one patch which they put it, and you can have those numbers immediately, and you can decide based on that, or you can call your doctor. So it is there. Today it's working. There are a lot of companies in India who is producing these kind of instruments as well as wearable devices. This is going beyond our all imaginations. I think I would also recommend that some of the students should go for research for wearable devices, because that's going to go. Rings are coming, glasses are coming, and everything is coming around it. So once again, thank you everyone for giving me an opportunity to be here, and wish you all the best for your future endeavors. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Jyoti sir, for enlightening us. He has in fact opened up a plethora of new project ideas in the field of agri and healthcare, and I hope our students will grab this opportunity. Moving ahead, we will be interacting with Dr. Yellowji Mirazkar in online mode. But before we start with the interaction, I request to play introductory video about Dr. Yellowji. Thank you for the video. Dr. Yellowji sir, we are eagerly awaiting for your
Yes.
words of wisdom. Now the forum is all yours.
Okay. Thank you, Vinita ji, and thank you to all the organizers. Is my voice coming clearly? Could you just confirm that my voice is okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you once again for confirming. So this the topic is about leveraging information technology for sustainability, agriculture, healthcare. So as some of you know, last couple of years I presented again virtually. One of the initiatives that we are driving through the organization Global Indian Scientists and Technocrats Forum, specifically for Bharat, is increasing awareness about what is positive nutrition. Since then, the work was going on still today. However, last year, I was unpleasantly, shockingly surprised to come to know some dashboard in terms of what is the health status in the world. The overall global economy of all the countries on the earth is about 110 plus trillion dollars. Now in that, all the countries together, we are spending almost $12.7 trillion towards health related, environment related, as well as social related. Within that, if you take 73% of it is purely related to health. That prompted me to look into the current status in the global level and compare at the India. At the global level, the whole countries, as you know, has been divided into three categories. The developed countries, the developing countries, as well as underdeveloped countries. In spite of the economy, the whole country is in a way either undernourished or overnourished, ultimately leading to a lot of health issues. Globally, the problems are same, although the nutritions are different. What it summarizes is that we are not eating food in such a way that it fulfills our nutritional requirement as well as keeps us in a healthy state as well as a happy mindset. Now, if you dwell into it a little bit deeper, we see the paradox. And what is that? In the Western world, the food pyramid, which India also was using for a very long time, is based upon the micronutrients and the macronutrients, and all of them are presented in the form of chemicals. Our body is not able to handle the chemicals, but body will be able to eat the food materials. I'll give one recent conversation with one of the doctor, and what he said is, people who are diabetic, they are suggested not to indulge in eating high glycemic fruits. Then this doctor asked me, okay, you're looking at fruit in the form of sugar. However, that also has lots of minerals, which is essential for your body. That is one surprising fact that we miss when it comes to the nutrition. The second thing that also I want you to recognize is, today, almost everyone talks about food security at the global level. So, isn't it a paradox statement? Because there are many countries which are developed, they do have food security, but they also have the health issues. So if someone talks about only the food security, I'm not sure whether we'll be really alleviating the problem at the global level. In addition to this mental related aspect, the onset of non-communicable diseases also has started significantly. When I was young in about 20s and 30s, the types of diseases what we used to see was experienced only by the elder people beyond 50, 60, 70. Today, those diseases have very common, even at very young age, 30s, 40s. And if you look back to this one, this is all stemming post the use of chemicals in our agricultural farming. Our body is not programmed to handle the chemicals, but we are forced unknowingly eating chemicals because whatever is put in the field, in the farm, through the food items, it is coming to our plate, and through that we are consuming. Added to that, knowingly also we have started eating chemicals, either in the ready to eat, at the packet food, in the form of preservatives, taste enhancers, taste suppressors, color enhancers, presentation, all these aspects, we are knowingly, by paying, consuming lots of chemicals. Essentially, by doing both this unknowingly and knowingly consumption, we ourselves are inviting the non-communicable diseases. And now such an invitation has in big font, bold font, bright font, welcoming them at very, very early ages. So what is the solution? I think as a country, only India has an alternate system in the form of Indian knowledge system, which is also includes Ayurveda, where the fundamentals are very, very clear. We are made up of 5 elements, Pancha Mahabhuta, so is the food. So we should be in sync with it. And I don't have to go into the detail, but that will take hours and hours. But the point here is that the fulfilling our belly just with the quantity and the chemicals is not good enough. We need to fill the belly in such a way that it will not only fulfill our physical requirement, but also mental requirement, nourishes it. So what is that we can do under this information technology or artificial intelligence towards agriculture and sustainability and resulting into healthcare? I think my recommendation at this point of time is that recognizing that it is not the food security, it's the nutritional food security. So can we grow food items fulfilling all the bellies of Indian citizens in a nutritionally fulfilling manner? And the infrastructure, the policies, and the support, everything has to be provided by the system. And while doing so, we should also recognize another very, very important factor. We are seeing onset of non-communicable diseases at very young age, and if we continue in the same trend, the next generation may see these diseases even earlier ages, maybe teenagers or the young adults. So some correction is required, and therefore we need to think about what is that we can do for the future of our children so that they would be able to make the right policies when they become adults and they will be in the decision making situation. So most of the audience who are here, the students, my urge is understand the nuances about what the food we are eating and understand the complications and the resultants and see what changes you can do, and you will be the role models for the future generations. And I think with that note, what we can make a decision today and act may be able to help tomorrow's future. And Thakur Institute of Management is in a very leading situation, leading position with so many students coming. Maybe you can think about having a good program that will bring behavioral changes in today's youth. With that note, while thanking all the people, I'll stop here. Namaste.
Thank you, Dr. Yellowji. Thank you for bringing up a very sensitive issue of food habits, especially among the youth of India. Before we move ahead for the next sessions by Dr. Prakash Jha, I request all the dignitaries to take the front row seats. Request all the faculty members to assemble for the group photo. Faculty members का ये है या इनका ही है? We will have a photograph of all the esteemed guests, followed by a photograph with Timscdr faculty members. I request faculty members to wait for a moment. The faculty photograph will await for some time. I request you all to please be seated. अभी तो ये ऑनलाइन है प्रकाश झा. Thank you once again to our esteemed guests. Now we proceed to interaction with Prakash Jha sir. We will have his introductory video before we start interacting with him. Dr. Prakash Jha, the forum is all yours.
Namaste, namaste everyone. I hope my voice is audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
If I'm allowed to share my screen, can I share my screen?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I hope you can see my screen now.
Yes, sir, you are audible and visible.
Perfect. Namaste everyone, and first of all, please accept my apology because I was supposed to come in person there, but I'm presenting online due to some other project engagement. Thank you everyone, and I was asked to talk about research, and my research domain is data science in agriculture. So whenever we talk about artificial intelligence, uh, the domain of artificial intelligence now moved from artificial intelligence to augmented intelligence. And when we talk about agriculture, it is not about artificial intelligence, it is all about agricultural intelligence. And what I'll do today, I'll talk about couple of research area where we are working right now so that students and other attendees can get an idea about how we talk about artificial intelligence in agriculture. So what we do when we work in US, we work on geospatial natural resource management at the large scale. We collect data, we fit those data into computer models, and that's how we combine it as a SOAP, SOAP. SOAP means simulations and on-farm participatory research, and that's how we do in our lab. My lab name is called Mississippi Agroclimatology Co-Laboratory, where we have 4 PhD, 4 masters, 2 postdocs, and 7 undergrads researcher working in different areas. So what we do in different domains. So today topic, what the topic would we to discuss today is about AI in agriculture. So whenever we talk about AI application in agriculture, mostly these are categorized in different domain: the climate management, weather data management, precision farming, pest and disease detection, automatic water management through irrigation, crop monitoring and simulation of yield, prediction of yield, and smart harvesting of robots. So what we do in different areas, I will give you a couple of slides and glimpses what we do in research. So when we talk about climate management, so most of the climate management, when we talk to farmers to manage the extreme stress, they have different level of data. Data from 7 to 10 days of weather, climate forecast of 15 to 90 days. So the farmers always get confused. As a AI expert, our role is to downscale, to process those data, to provide enough information to the farmers or to the policymakers how they can do. So what we do, we downscale data at different scale, convert into useful data so that they can use in terms of crop water management, nutrition management, and whatever crop management strategy they do on the field. So the first very thing what we do, we downscale and change the data format what farmers or policymakers or researchers can use in the field. So first we do AI use of downscaling. So in that perspective, we develop a lot of AI tool to downscale precipitation and temperature. So when we talk about climate change, we always talk about rainfall and temperature. Either it could be dry or wet, or hot condition in temperature or cold condition. So we downscale precipitation and temperature and fit into the model. So researchers or farmers or users, they can just put the lower value here on the model and they can analyze what will be the scenario. So this is just one example. If you want to more do more research or want to know more about that, we love to discuss more on that. So this is one area we work on. However, when we go to the field, what we do at the field, they ask for global scale analysis always. What is the global climate change? So this is a glimpse of project which was funded by USAID in the Feed the Future programs. So globally, we have multiple countries. We did research on multiple countries' climate change impact. So if you go to the climate link, you can find that you can choose different countries, you can choose different climate models, how climate data can be analyzed, and how different models can be analyzed to get a basic information. So here is an example of different countries where we have different models, different scenarios, choose the rainfall or temperature, and then you can see the pattern change in far and near future. And that's how we do a lot of climate modeling to see the future condition. As well as we also do socioeconomic variable. So most of you are maybe management perspective. So the malnutrition, poverty, distance to market, those kind of study we also do. So this is all about the global change. But when we talk to the farmers, they say how global things will come to the local things. And that's how when we talk to the farmers, they say how we can do locally. So for India perspective, I will give a couple of examples what we can do. In India, a lot of AI work has been in progress in last few decades or maybe few years. The first thing what we can do for India is developing growing degree day portal. Growing degree day means how much heat is accumulated in the plant. So for example, there is a climate information by IMD in India, like in NOAA in America. We can develop a climate projection of GDD, and farmers or policymakers can manage those risks. How it can be visualized. So I can give you just example of video where you can see. So this is a tool of a state of Mississippi where we can select the map, any location. Farmers or growers or user can go to the location and they can see the pattern of growing degree last 30 years and they can compare with this year. So this is very popular in Western countries. Now this is a high time for farmers in India to manage resources based on temperature accumulation. So that is called growing degree days. And that's how we can analyze across the scale how much temperature is accumulated day by day. So if you see this animation, how much heat is accumulated in the plant from January, February, March, as well as in December. So what it helps? It helps growers to analyze the crop growth stages. And AI plays a significant role in determining the crop growth stage based on temperature. So there are a lot of simulation goes behind that. So this is just an example for temperature data sets we can use in the farm and we can manage. Another one is water. In India, many areas we have a lot of waters or many areas underwater stress as well. So what we can do using remote sensing satellite data and the sensor in the field, we can develop evapotranspiration, means how much moisture is coming out. So using satellite data, you can design irrigation scenarios based on thermal remote sensing. So in my lab, many PhD students are working in this domain as well. In India, different ISRO institutes as well as IITs are working in this domain where we can analyze a lot of remote sensing data sets to develop irrigation scenario, best irrigation scenario, how much to irrigate, when not to irrigate, so that we can save the water. And this is going to be very popular in the drier part. In India, we have institute like Institute for Dryland Agriculture. They work in these domains. In Baramati, Pune, we have National Institute of Abiotic Stress Management. They work on drought and dry period. So these kind of AI-based tools can help a lot for water management. Now people will talk about how we can predict the yield. There are a lot of crop models where AI can play a significant role. From the field, you see on the left side, this is a map of state of Mississippi, where what we are doing here, we're trying different varieties in different zones, collect data, run the models, test the models, different AI algorithm will fit into that, and we compare those data sets on the climate change aspect as well as field management strategy. In India, IARI, New Delhi, and other agriculture institutes are coming up with different models nowadays, and AI plays a significant role. With the time constraint, I'm just giving you overview, but there are a lot of data sets and publications there where you can see the impact of AI in crop yield prediction. So this is all about crop model. Another area is how satellite can help in crop monitoring. So we have multispectral satellites from ISRO, NASA, other space agencies, hyperspectral data sets. Using those data sets, we can develop a lot of models. On the left side, if you see, these are different models which we can see and compare how best it can predict. So this is one area where we can see how satellite data can help in crop monitoring. And if I can simplify how we can fit, if you know programming like Python and RStudio and other kind of programming where you can fit those packages to process those data, to analyze those data, to define the crop growth stage, crop yield prediction, and multiple number of PhD students and researchers are working in this domain, how to predict yield based on satellite data. So this is one area where we are working on. Another area, disease warning. In the field, farmers have a lot of confusion when and how we can monitor disease. So what we can do, we have temperature and rainfall and humidity parameters. Mostly these parameters are impacting crop disease infestation. So if we can predict the temperature as well as humidity, we can predict the disease severity. So for example, in our state of Mississippi, we develop these kind of map and send message to the farmers that your district or your county, we say county in America, so your district will have major impact because of changing scenario. And AI plays a significant role in estimating those variables, predicting those conditions, using satellite data for crop health conditions. So multiple area of the research in disease prediction. Another area where leaf wetness models, where we can design the leaf wetness model based on prediction. AI plays significant role. National Institute of Abiotic Stress, Baramati, IRI, New Delhi, multiple scientists are developing different models of AI to predict the leaf wetness condition. It means when the plant will have chances of more disease. And that's how these models can help into different aspect. You will have recording of this session. You can pause later and dig deeper into that. And please feel free to reach out to me. So this is one of the example. Another area, a lot of people are talking about carbon monitoring nowadays. And agriculture, spatially, soil, crop, atmosphere. All three have umpteen number of data, and we can play a lot of AI models into prediction. So in the soil carbon model, what we do, we have hyperspectral remote sensing, field spectral sensors. We compare those. We develop a lot of models. If you see models there to fit variables and to predict carbon, means carbon storage. You heard about carbon credit program, carbon sequestration, but these models help you in prediction of carbon. So this is very exciting domain nowadays. Honorable Prime Minister also talks about the carbon coin or biodiversity coin. So how best we can improve soil health. So for improving soil health, AI plays significant role in the carbon monitoring. So one area. So what our scientists are working, they are working in our lab to see forest area, wetland area, crop area, and then they combine all those analysis into identifying hotspot of carbon sequestration. And if you see in this small video, the green is forest, blue is wetland, yellow is of crop area, and the farmers have identified and the researchers have identified the specific hotspot of carbon sequestration. So the red area, if you see in the map now, this is kind of hotspot of carbon storage. So this is one area where AI plays significant role. Now next is we compare different models, how each model is predicting best. So as a modeler or as a AI data user, you can say that whatever model you develop is best, but you need to test those models. So those are indicators. We test those models. So the carbon area is a growing area. Now the next one in the field condition, we have automation. I think next speaker, Dr. Gopal Sinde, will talk more about sensors and technology in the field, what he's doing in Maharashtra. In US, we have a lot of sensors, phenotyping sensors. On the farm machinery, we put those cameras, collect data every second, and we process those data based on AI and robotics. The phenotyping is one area. In the other area, field object sensing. And Dr. Sinde will talk about a lot of object sensing, identifying livestock number, where machinery is going, irrigation machinery on you see on the left side, how it grows. So multiple things can be done on the field object sensing, and people are doing. Dr. Santosh Pitla in Nebraska, Lincoln, Dr. Manoj Karki in Washington State, multiple scientists are doing in US, and we have working with them. I will conclude my slide with this slide. What is the goal of AI in agriculture? A lot of people are talking about AI, 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 but ultimately in agriculture, the role of AI in the 5P. When we say 5P, the first P is to enhance the production. Whatever productivity of the crops and livestock, how we can enhance by enhancing input use efficiency. Multiple collaborative work can be done through biology, forestry, plant and soil sciences. They can work. That is first P. The second P, protective. How best we can protect the crop. Means there are stress of abiotic like temperature, rainfall, biotic like disease. How we can manage those interaction and protect our crop. So AI plays significant role in production. And third P is prediction. How we can predict for future condition, monitor current condition, simulate for future condition, and all of the AI scientists in agriculture work on prediction. Number 4P is prescription. Once we have all three, we prescribe farmer what to do, what not to do, how much to irrigate, when to fertilize. So this is called prescription, and AI plays significant role in designing those prescription. Most of the Indian researchers and farmers focus on those 4P, and they miss the fifth P, which is very much important, called practice. Whatever science is developed, AI told you what to do. But if farmers will not adopt or scale, or market will not accept those policies, intervention as well, anything will not work. We are lucky that current system and administration is supporting a lot of AI activities and UAVs and multiple things in terms of adoption, like drone Didi and multiple factor I see. So the practice is very much important. So I'll conclude it here. I'll conclude with my map of state of Mississippi, which looks like face. That's why we say without collaboration, you are just another person with an opinion. What we do, we collaborate with each other to have best AI model in the agriculture. And scientists like Dr. Gopal Sinde and others, we collaborate a lot to develop a lot of models. So I will stop it here. If you have any question, I would love to answer those questions. This is my email ID. Please feel free to email. And in the logo in the bottom, if you see from the right side of mine, my school, BHU, my university, IRI, where I did my master's, Michigan State University, where I did my PhD, my previous university, Kansas State, and now Mississippi State. So all those university have contributed a lot in me to develop those AI skill sets and modeling. With that, I will stop it here, and I would look forward to your emails. If you have any question, please feel free to email me, and I would love to answer those questions. And I look forward to Dr. Gopal Sinde's presentation. So he's exciting scientist, and I will look forward to that as well. So thank you, organizer, for inviting me. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I will stop it here. Thank you.
Any questions from audience? Anyone? Thank you so much, sir, for your session. Thank you so much. Now we have Mr. Gopal Shinde. His talk is on AI in agriculture and sustainability. Dr. Shinde is the head of the department and Department of Farm and Machinery and Power Engineering, Vasantrao Naik, Marathwada Krashi Vidyapit, Parbhani. I just request to see his glimpse. Sir, 2 minutes. Now I request Kapoor sir to felicitate sir. Dr. Rajesh Kapoor. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Please welcome, sir. Comes.
For that I have to. those will not play. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That is all together. We will have in that during the interaction session. I will let you. Thank you for inviting me to this ICAIM 2025 events. I really thanks an organization of Thakur campus, entire a globe spectrum with the aspirants from different states, different countries. I am here opportunistic to present my different activities as I am experiencing both the fields. Basically, I am mechanical engineer and I had an experience with 12 years in traditional engineering college. I was in Dombivli also for leading the engineering campus. And then later, 2007, I am working in the agriculture university and a wonderful experience in agriculture field to be working as a mechanical engineer since last 17 years, so total 30 years of experience. I can make a sandwich of all those interdisciplinary thoughts and then practical experimental works. In fact, I had an opportunity to go to USA and visit Kansas State University and many other campuses. Dr. Prakash Jha has made me these glorious visits to USA, and I had a lot of communication which is converting it into the mutual research exchange. Last year, I sent 55 students to different 9 countries in the globe spectrum for their research, working on the digital technologies in agriculture, maybe robotics, drones, automatic guided vehicles, and many more sensors, AI, all those advanced tools which are nowadays has become a glorious spectrum and vision of the Prime Minister of India. And this is going to be a boom which we will be experiencing a very, the coming decade will be of yours. And as a Thakur Engineering Campus is leading such a good activity, Viksit Bharat, in which the role of different activities, I am just had an opportunity, another thing, that is to lead the World Bank project of 17.87 crore. And that was a dream since 2009, when I was presented to the President of India. That time it was just taken a note, but during the present government, as they lead and found that there are so many activities which are opportunistic to make the spectrum in agricultural field. So we had a lot of things to say about. In this Center of Excellence we have established to really exercise and experience. We have invited so many institutions, and we have interacted with different types of international scientists, students, and faculty. We are also collaborating the activities with all national premier institutions, private institutions, IIT campus, IIT Kharagpur and IIT Bombay, they are knowledge partner with us. And our energetic personality from campus, he is none other than Dr. Indramani, who is a chairman of the National Drone Committee. He is a vice chancellor and giving backup support to make the this digital agriculture spectrum to worldwide. So we have the forums like IAC forum. We have forums like I am also participating with ASME USA organization. I am giving them the different kinds of experimental the student task, and that way it is going on. So before going to the direct discussion, I just like to show you the activities that we are leading in our campus. We are having 3 divisions: agri-boat, agri-drone, agri-AGV. These 3 divisions, they are mean targeting to make the devising application in agriculture. Students are having a different type of logistic tools, experiments. They can design, they can work with the highest technology which is we are facilitating at our center. Now for the agriculture sectors, CDKS is the climate-based decision knowledge support system, and SSPN is a seedling seed processing nursery automation, food processing automation, smart portable machinery, and instrumentation cell. These all are concerned with the agricultural team, faculty, where the think tank can be developed for database management, and accordingly we can proceed for the development of new tools and technologies. We have a different sensing cameras. We have a different sensing cameras like real sense, Mica-sense, Z cameras, then multispectral, hyperspectral. These all the facilities that we have. We can go for machine vision system. We also have a 3D food printer in which the students gets an idea. If suppose the plant is having different canopy, so accordingly the nozzle can be designed in SolidWorks, maybe CAD/CAM softwares. It can be analyzed and get through of making the flow pattern, the spectrum which we required to make the droplet contents on the every leaf and plant anatomy to make the pest management in perfectly. So optimization process can be done. Students get idea to make the different types of nozzles according to the plant geometry, and accordingly the flow patterns can be perfectly made, and then it gets printed and tested in the field. So once a student is get habituated to make this cycle, student can have his own patents. According to the different plants and their geometry and their requirements, students can have their different the copyrights and patents. We are having a facility of the CMM machine, which is coordinate measuring. So different machineries, farm machineries, or maybe different types of agricultural tools, if we design and get it manufactured, so we can have a precision measurement. The drawing, engineering drawings can be prepared automatically so that it will be helpful. Some of the students, they have started developing the different types of drone accessories. So drone accessories, robot accessories, those all accessories can be designed and developed by the student themselves. So going towards the youngsters and young brigade of the nation, it is the need that we all should go experimentally. Like I learned in campus and laboratory of Professor Prakash Jha, there the students get start working and they get learn itself in the lab. So you always, the theory cycle and, the theory and practicals, they should be work together hand in hand, and simultaneously there should be a research experimentation which will come out. Like for example, a small $1 based clay sensor which is developed in Kansas State, I saw that this $1 is get connected to the cloud, and with the sensing the different types of parameters in the field, a production cycle of any product can be monitored with a very economic way. Can be you can say $1, and within 1 acre you can have suppose 200 sensors. Those 200 sensors can make monitoring all the time whenever the crop needs some water, crop needs some nutrients, crop needs some any kinds of requirement. So that's awesome to get experience with the different kinds of developments. So looking at the best future, the students gets learn that they are doing their own solar based equipments. They are getting studies to make the proper current flow in every components of the machine, and they can see that various sensors, how they can be accommodated in the machinery. So when we see that the sensors application makes the students inspired to get developments of different kinds of tools that can be helping the farmers, that can be helping in the research outcome of getting those always. So I am just putting this as a just an information from my lab, that we have all kinds of hydraulics, pneumatics, automation systems, and to get these all systems connect with the development of new tools, the students will get learned by this, kinds of facility. The students also develop different kinds of sprayers. Nowadays, the sprayers are just not a mean way. You are just going to put it into the field and get spray on. The spray will continue to be in the field, and unnecessary place where there is no pest required, the pest gets drops and there is a loss. If I say loss, why? Because you need the specific droplets to specific plant, to specific area where there is an infection. So for example, you can have a AI tool to make the plant population counter. Use of drone, use of Land Rover robots, or maybe any automated device can run in the field and count the plants. So it not only counts the plant, it gives the numbers to each plant. And then for every plant number, there are fruits, if I say, or flowers. It gives every plant number, and with respect to that, the number of flowers and their fruits, whatever it may be. So if specifically some plant is having some fruit where there is a specific target location from GPS, you can make the field application by use of such a device to specifically target that location. So for example, 1257 number plant have this 50 fruit suppose, and there on the number of 35 fruit, there is an infection. So that perfect location can geographically, you can make a target. So this is the way of journey towards this. All of you like aspirants who can make your judgment and take the corrective actions and develop such a mechanism. So this is what is the attraction for the new generation. They started thinking over the applications, and they developed their, I have some videos, but I can share it now because of this net connected, these videos, all videos are not able to play. Now we have this device which we have developed, the robot, the grafting robot. The grafting robot makes the grafting of two plants. So Cucurbitaceae, the family, that the kind of root stock and scion, which we are taking it for grafting. So in a one plant, you can take a root stock of a brinjal, and you can take a scion of the tomato. So it definitely, you will have the genetic transformation, and there it grows. Suppose on one plant you can have a brinjal, and one plant, on another branch you can have a tomato. So it may be a combination of tomato brinjal, it may be a combination of tomato chili, or it may be a combination of even pomato. Pomato is like a potato is growing at root side, and then tomato grows on upside. So these are all the genetic transform, the kinds of grafting that we do in our lab. We have a facility of two kinds of robots where the grafting can be done. You can have the healing chamber facility also. Once you get graft, the graft is prepared, and then the graft is get hardened in a healing chamber. So there also we have a IoT tool. We are having a sensors cluster, and that sensor cluster can be handled by the professor scientist at a remote place, and he can check up whether the plants are perfectly matured or not. So with the grafting process, you can have a stay 15 days in the healing chamber, and then you can transplant it into the field. So that way, this may be a new generative thoughts where the IT engineers can play a very significant role. So we have this kind of a device. When once you get a plant grown up, then the robotic transplantation can be done. So this is the facility for transplanting the robot that we have made. So the different kinds of technical specification, and then driven all kinds of mechanisms, those all mechanisms need to be understood by the electronics engineer, mechanical engineer, computer engineer, so that the mechatronics applications can be perfectly done. So need to go for making this application. At the same time, if you have some sensors to calibrate and get those all sensors to apply it on the machine. So for that reason, definitely a computer technocrats will make their own society to develop such a. We have a cotton picker machine, we have developed the cotton picker machine. It was initially the small machine which are just using a photovoltaic battery and then sensor. It can go to the near to the cotton ball and it gets plucked up. So the plucking action is done by either mechanically or pneumatic suction. तो कपास चुगने की ये जो मशीन है इसमें हमने एडवांसमेंट्स यही किया है कि you can have a electrical application, and with that a person can sit on the seat and drive it as a vehicle, and slowly he can take his handle, which is pneumatic suction cup, and that can be easily picked up, making this cup near to the cotton ball. So the development of this, that we have introduced the first time CAD/CAM application, where the cumulative fluid dynamics, CFD analysis, students are developing the exact pneumatic suction pressure by using the CAD/CAM technology. So SolidWorks, wherein the solid model, geometric model is prepared, and then student gets analysis by passing all those parameters as a loading condition, boundary condition, उसमें apply करके उसका design finally set करके जो technique बनाया है, this is what is important. So these are all the machines, one by one, one after another. We have developed, we have a robotic arm also that can pick up the cotton ball. So while developing these all, because these videos are not running, you will see, able to see how this cotton is get picked up. Okay, the attraction for the student is that it may be a cotton picking action, or maybe sometimes the another action which is similar in the field. The student can redevelop and make the such a kind of system for another harvesting application. So trying to get a process, first of all, understand and make the design outline, and then after that you can make the all kinds of materials that you require for the development of that machine. So currently we are into the drone applications. We are running India's first 6 months drone in agriculture program, which is a professional course. This is a course for any science graduate, for any engineering graduates. So those who are applying for such a course, they are getting jobs in different agricultural departments, or maybe some of them can be taken up in the defense. So those all kinds of facilities that we are opened up. So accordingly, I just like to say, this is another device that we have 3D food printer. So in the 3D food printer, you can have the remote sensing application as a use of remote. You can use the remote to play this machine. You can have different types of master plates to get extract of the different types of food articles. And also you can print the cake also. There is another machine which we have. You can see that machine is get developed for the, this is a food printer that you can make, you can print the cups, you can print the different types of food articles. So while doing this all, you have opportunity to work with the different kinds of agricultural scenario, lot of working activities, and the machineries what we required also maybe of different working mechanisms. So from Russia, the professional scientists, they have designed the pneumatic suction based grading, cleaning and packing operation. So we have developed such a structure that can be used to any remote field. If a farmer is there, farmer can put the order, like a Ola and Uber, you are putting an order to come and get this service at our field. So farmer can place the order that we have this many number of acres of land to harvest, harvested, which is to be cleaned and graded and packed. So that machine we have developed here in our campus. We have the robots, which is I just now told, a rootstock and scion, where the rootstock rootstock of a brinjal or scion of the tomato that can be. So we are having a collaboration with Japan, Korea, and those all the kinds of applications that are we have developed can be seen. The students have developed the one species, I mean the tomato grafted with the 2 different species, and you can see the fruits are coming like this. So accordingly, the different applications, different component design and their developments can be done. So how can these all facility be useful to different organizations, different researchers? That is, we have planned to make the MOUs. We have a robotic facility with a rover field where the robot can go to the field and access the exact disease by using machine vision system, and it will give you the exact location where the pandemic situations are, the infections are occurred according to the target locations. So these are the students developed projects, and they are doing their work in a very nice way. I'm feeling proud of this encouragement from my organization as well as the government of India, who have sanctioned this project, and thereafter the network that we are developed is on first rank in all over India on a technical front by World Bank. So this is what we have just enjoyed, that the technical front while doing, these all activities in a pandemic situation. I'm talking about COVID time it was started. We never stopped the working, and this entire infrastructure we developed. Now the students can do their practices. They can use this facility. They are doing all kinds of services. Now with this facility, one can go to get the different kinds of jobs. Either he can start his own business. So we have suppose, for example, some machinery that is to be analyzed and tested. So you can give the testing reports and they can charge as a consulting. Like a chartered accountant, maybe he can also do the audit of all types of machinery in respect of the manufacturing requirements. So we are into these different kinds of activities. But now, with respect to this discussion, the students, we have started new projects that I'm going to say in a very short, within 1 or 2 minutes. We have 2 projects. We are into current activities, RFID-based health management system of livestock. Anytime in the veterinary clinic, if any animal comes, RFID systems get access of his past all data about that animal, since from registration to current. Many times he may be consulted, many times he may be get treated. So with those all, if the animal comes in the clinic as an emergency situation, so doctor is not there, and the entire system, like which we have developed a tool, can work. You will get the all about health. You will get the all about the the animal's health to be accessed by the doctor from remote place by using app. So suppose CT scan, X-ray, whatever it is going on, that can be seen by the doctor from remote place. He is not able to attend the clinic as well, but he can immediately start as an emergency action to his subordinates to start the treatment. Because animal can't speak. Animal can't say where he is getting pain. So accordingly, those all sensors, like say, for example, any animal is under pregnancy, so the stool can be scanned and know what is the status of the baby. So that short way to make analyze by the clinic handling those all supporting staff as well, or maybe sometimes the owner of the animal maybe have some small tools to get care of the animals by use of the technology. So these are the softwares that we have developed. If a plant comes, then it will get read of your all history. उसका history सारा पूरा आ जाएगा. उसके साथ डॉक्टर का कोई प्रिस्क्रिप्शन रहेगा from remote place, तो वो भी वहीं से उसको चेक करेगा. As an emergency situation, if he wants to see, then video streaming can be on. the doctor from sitting from somewhere remote place can see what is the current situation of the animal. So those all things will club up and it will be simulated to get know of all those data, how it can become a big library, a digital library. Like similarly, we have another project in which the phenotype plant, any plant, suppose for example, we have grafted the plant and or maybe near a variety of the plant. So the students have, this is another area nowadays that we can make the digital plant phenotyping from 3D point cloud segmentation. So किसी भी plant का आप 3D scan करके उसका model बना सकते हैं. तो उसमें you will get the all kinds of details like X-ray, MRI. You can say, you can make the all kinds of maybe veins, maybe nodes, maybe a stem, count of every leaf, everything that can be coming up by using this type of modeling as the students are doing, and they are writing the programs. So they are writing the programs, and accordingly the programs will help them to achieve the objectives. So this is what is the last month my students has presented in Avishkar. So he got the final round into the pricing award for this kind of the project that we are continuing to make the digital botany with thousands of plants with their anatomy details. Anyone student can come, open the cotton plant and get study of that in the phenotype characterization. So these all activities I am going to just show you and it will be on the website as well. So you can watch those all activities. You can see from our website also, as you can see the plant which is taken up, then you are developing it, it's a phenotype characterization, and thereby you will get all kinds of further applications accordingly. So this is what we are going to continue with collaboration to the any aspirant from India who is interested to work on this task. So we are recently also developed some of the good projects, and accordingly those project activities are taken up by Prime Ministerial Office, and this will continue to be as the project for the development of digital agricultural society of India. So we have some good videos which are to be seen. I will share it to the group, and thereby it will continue. So thank you for calling me. I had a very good opportunity to interact with you. If you have any question, please ask it to me. So recently, these all are notings which are taken up into the Krishi Kshetra mein युवाओं का उज्जवल भविष्य. This you can see in YouTube. Whenever कृषि मंत्रालय से, केंद्रीय कृषि मंत्रालय से जो भारत में डिजिटल तंत्र ज्ञान का इस्तेमाल करने के लिए आज क्या क्या अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ इंडिया में डेवलप की है through National Agriculture Higher Education Project, we call it as a NAHE project. That is going to be seen by the new aspirants from other interdisciplinary who can make their participation. So thank you one and all, and thank you Dr. Vinita Gaikwad madam and all team members.
Sir, only one question.
Yeah.
How students will get that whatever innovation you are trying to help them out in terms of a device, routers, or whatever you said, drones,
Yeah.
sensors, how it get regulated or supported them so that they can make it as a market? See, today students do so many projects, but unfortunately regulators stop that by saying this is not as per the standards, not as per that particular, your sensor is using this chip, this should have been this. How you guide them so that that particular product gets into industry also? We can commercialize so that they get benefit out.
So in this regard, there was a mission plan to make the integration and development of Make in India as one of the great activity. But initially, when it was started, almost different, I mean, I should say many of the countries, they were using Chinese goods and accessories. Now, in case of drone specifically, I'm talking, a drone specifically have a construction like you need a composite pipes which can be manufactured here. You need a BLDC motor, brushless DC motor. Now that BLDC motor also started manufacturing in India. The propellers, the blades, the propellers that rotates, that is also made of composite fibers that we have now. Lot of industries, they started manufacturing. Controller is the main part where the exact all kinds of components and even GPS. So those things are also started manufacturing in India. So only the thing is that in the initial manufacturing, the cost is go high, and Chinese made this market very cheap. Maybe there are good companies in China as well, like a DGI. They have developed very good components. But in fact, when I was there in University of Florida, the students, they made their club from different interdisciplinary students. They used to come on Saturday and Sunday, and then in that, they have given assignments that this is a worth of, I mean, a payload capacity. I should say how much a payload of that drone can be lifted up. So 10 kg of, suppose, payload capacity drone, we developed a calculator in Excel sheet. For every component, the kinds of material, their specification, as well, and where from you can get. That is the market. So, for example, a lot of Amazon and Alibaba and so many kinds of marketing, and nowadays Flipkart, all marketing, they are just borrowing these all components from different countries or maybe in India, and they are just getting sell out of it. So the students should have a habit of, first of all, making their own ideas to develop in offline way. Maybe this can be an exercise to say, for example, drones में इतने करिश्मा हो रहा है कि you can have a lot of applications. But the question is that the interest of developing such a technology is incurring very much high cost, whether it is affordable in India to just make a show and fun of playing toy. If I say, for example, it's doing only operations like a spraying, सिर्फ स्प्रेइंग के लिए कोई 4-6 लाख रुपए क्यों खर्चा करेगा? तो इसीलिए the technology is, if it is developed in India, and moreover the students, those students to whom with I work, they developed the drone of $4,000 worth cost, drone into 2,000 worth of cost. So made a cut down with 50%, because margin of industries nowadays, those who are newly introducing their product, will definitely go high, more than double. So like that commercial way, that has to be taken care of. And another thing is that DGCA is a governing authority. If you make any drone, that may not be allowed all the time more than 20 grams, sorry, 200 grams. 200 grams above, those all, the drones which you are supposed to design, manufacture, as if it plays very well, but you have to make the type certification. That is called the drone manufacturing brand product to be certified by DGC. Otherwise, it will make a harm to the society, and nobody may be, that case, there may be a fire anytime if you go beyond the legislation of the DGCA. And now, with our organization, we have one of the partners, CerebroSpark. They are the new startup engineers, like all of these youngsters. Immediately after their graduation, institute gave them a place and they started their new startups. The club of six students who are intelligently working together, I just invited them, and I found that they are doing very well job, because the defense took their drones, defense department, central government of, so they have taken their drones, and the drones are making surveillance at border, Bihar border and Nepal border. So they are getting a job. They are getting new startup way to start their business. And now they have recently developed 120 gram kg, sorry, 120 kg of that is a Pavan Putra. We have labeled, I mean, that as a Pavan Putra. And then now the sensory attraction is that you can have a ring over the head, then sensor will make your, skin and facial kinds of expressions to make the drones in any direction, maybe up, maybe down, maybe left, maybe right, and those all motions like pitch forward, pitch backward, roll right, roll left, and then maybe yaw left, yaw right. Those all things, altitude up, down, these all motions. With those motions, the structure will get in different direction. But kind of applications, if I say you are using some drone, a robot arm at the rear, frame, that can make a working like a hand. When it flies up, this drone will start taking up the nozzle and making spray around the plant. Rather, if the static the static position, if drone is asked to make the spray, so it will continue spray, and there is no requirement. If there is no requirement between plant to plant, row to row, the spray get wasted. So to make the commercialize such idea, students have a lot of ideas, and you can make your fun club. I mean, this is a drone fun club, and this attraction towards the students to develop and make the brainstorming to develop new ideas will definitely boom up, and you will be having your own startups from this campus. So I'm really very happy, and thank you for Thakur Campus Organization who invited me, and we'll definitely like to continue if we have certain activities together. So that can be also, even Professor Prakash Jha, he's a very much dynamic. He's always making the student counseling, always taking students to USA, and he's having a very good organizations. Round of the year, maybe 70 to 80%, always he's flying. So that way, I'm feeling very much proud with Prakash Jha, and I had an opportunity to work with him, and he was also in my campus for 2 times. So a lot of people have a connectivity. So like that, you can have also this kind of facility. So thank you.
Thanks for your answer, sir. Surely looking forward to support other students also get into the limelight.
Sure.
Thanks.
Of course. Thank you.
Farming and agricultural has always been to the core of India's progress. So I earnestly thank Dr. Gopal Shinde for discussing all these IT tools and gadgets which are facilitating Indian farmers. These also happen to be upcoming research areas for students. Thank you, Dr. Shinde, once again. Now we move on to the panel discussion. I hand over the podium to Anushka now.
A very good afternoon to everyone. As we begin our panel discussion of leveraging information technology for sustainability in agriculture, Viksit Bharat, I would like to take this opportunity to invite our esteemed panelists on the stage. First, I would request the team to play the introductory video of Dr. Dinesh Kumar Singh. Dr. Dinesh Kumar Singh, Group Leader, Digital Farming Initiative, Fisheries and Livestock at TCS. Dr. Singh, I kindly request you to take your seat on the panel as the moderator for today's discussion. Now, I request the team to play the introductory video for Mr. Manohar Khake. Mr. Manohar Khake, progressive farmer and agro consultant. Mr. Khake, we invite you to join us on the stage and take a seat on the panel. Dr. Sudhakar Umale, currently professor at Thakur College of Engineering, former head and associate professor of Mechanical Engineering Department at Sardar Patel College of Engineering. I requested Dr. Ashwini at Timscdr to felicitate Dr. Sudhakar Umale.
already had the pleasure.
We have already had the pleasure of introducing Dr. Prakash Jha and Dr. Gopal Shinde, who have been with us since the morning sharing their insight. I now request Dr. Shinde to kindly take seat on the panel. Thank you to all our panelists for joining us today. With this, let's move forward with the insightful discussion.
Hello, am I audible? So we are just in between the session and before the lunch, but I think it's a good lot of time before the lunch. And I hope everybody is with us and not with the phone, because phone is a big distraction in today's time and today also. So the topic is very interesting. There are 4 keywords in that. One is called Bharat, which is India, or India is Bharat. Second is about agriculture. Third is sustainability. And fourth is technology. And I don't know whether it is a good news or a bad news. Today morning's Times of India was, the headline was that 300 students in Infosys were asked to leave the organization. So I think you should go and read the news anyway if you have not read. Don't read now on the mobile phone. That's not the objective. Fundamentally, we need to think about the word sustainability very, very carefully. The word sustainability has got different meaning, and we will take the knowledge of our panelists and understand more about that. So I have got few questions from my panelists. I will like to hear from them, but I also will request my students and the academia to participate in the discussion and ask the question. Don't look at the mobile phone. News बाद में भी देख लेना. So sir, I'll start first with the Manohar ji. Manohar ji himself is a farmer. आपके हिसाब से अब फार्मिंग में आपने बहुत सारे challenges देखे हैं, but आज के स्पेशली कोविड के बाद से स्पेशली ऐसा कोई एक प्रॉब्लम आपको लगता है कि बहुत बड़ा है जो कि हमें ध्यान देने की ज़रूरत है?
अगर लेक्चर के लिए बोलती थी तो जिससे मैं शुरुआत करने वाला था वही प्रश्न आपने पूछा है. तो पिछले 4 साल से मैं यहाँ आ रहा हूँ. 4 साल पहले डॉक्टर विनीता मैडम ने एक रिसर्च पेपर प्रकाशित किया था इसी कॉन्फ्रेंस में. वो था ग्लोबल वार्मिंग से संबंधित. मेरा एक पेटेंटेड कंसेप्ट है एयर इरिगेशन. अभी ग्लोबल वार्मिंग का एग्रीकल्चर और हेल्थ दोनों पे भी इतना बुरा असर हो रहा है कि एक मेरे लेक्चर में मैंने कहा भी है एक जगह, मेरे सोशल मीडिया पे जाएंगे तो सब ये चीज़ें मैं जो भी बात करूँगा सब मिलेगा आपको. मेरा यूट्यूब चैनल है, उस पर भी आपको सब प्रैक्टिकल किसानों के खेतों में जो प्रॉब्लम है उसी से जुड़े हुए हैं. आपने अभी वो फ़ोटो में भी देखा है, किसानों के साथ में मैं बात कर रहा हूँ. तो उसमें सबसे सीरियस प्रॉब्लम जो मैंने उसमें कहा है कि कोरोना से भी भयंकर स्थिति आ रही है ग्लोबल वार्मिंग की, वो है एटमॉस्फेरिक ह्यूमिडिटी. 4 साल से एक ही बात दोहरा रहा हूँ, चाहे पुराने जो है वो समझ लेंगे इसको. उस साल मैडम के पेपर को आपने अवार्ड भी दिया था यहाँ पे शायद, लेकिन उसके आगे स्टूडेंट के तरफ से क्या फीडबैक मिला आपको मुझे मालूम नहीं है. लेकिन अभी खेती के लिए वो ऑर्गेनिक हो केमिकल हो या बायोलॉजिकल हो, सबसे सीरियस प्रॉब्लम ग्लोबल वार्मिंग का ये जो एटमॉस्फेरिक ह्यूमिडिटी है उसका है. अब वो जो इरिगेशन सिस्टम, अभी मराठी विज्ञान परिषद में भी मैंने ये बात कही है कि जो सॉइल इरिगेशन है ये पूरा नहीं है खेती की दृष्टि से, क्योंकि प्लांट जो बढ़ते हैं, समझो समझने के लिए हम कहेंगे कि हम जो इरिगेशन करते हैं, सॉइल इरिगेशन या जो रेन आता है उसके कारण बढ़ते हैं, लेकिन खेती हम प्लांट बढ़ाने के लिए नहीं करते, हम उपज के लिए करते हैं, उत्पादन के लिए, प्रोडक्शन के लिए करते हैं। वो प्रोडक्शन जो मिलता था वो एटमॉस्फेरिक ह्यूमिडिटी पे डिपेंड था। थोड़ी शॉर्ट में मैं कहता हूँ कि बॉटनी है बताती है हमें कि फ्लावर टू फ्रूट कन्वर्शन के लिए, अब प्लांट टू प्लांट ये डिफरेंट आएगा, लेकिन एवरेज निकाले तो मोर देन 30-40% एटमॉस्फेरिक ह्यूमिडिटी चाहिए, और आज वो ह्यूमिडिटी केवल 10-15% पे आ गई है। ये इतना सीरियस प्रॉब्लम है, जैसे मैं जो भी उदाहरण भी मैं बताऊंगा आपको तो प्रैक्टिकल जो दिख रहा है उसी के ऊपर अप्लाइड साइंस जिसको कहेंगे हम। तो आम को इतना फ्लावरिंग आ रहा है। 3 दिन पहले का ही मेरा एक वीडियो है, शायद मैंने आपको भेजा है मैडम को। एग्रीकल्चर कॉलेज की मैडम है एग्रोनॉमी की, आम का पूरा फ्लावरिंग जल गया करके कंप्लेंट करी, क्योंकि अभी आने वाले 6 से 10 तारीख तक पूना के एग्रीकल्चर कॉलेज में एक बहुत बड़ी कृषि प्रदर्शनी होने जा रही है। वहाँ पे उन्होंने आग्रह करके मुझे इसका मॉडल खड़ा करने के लिए ये किया है, तो वहाँ हम मॉडल खड़ा कर रहे हैं, एयर इरिगेशन जिसको मैंने नाम दिया है। तो उसमें उन्होंने बताया कि मैं एग्रीकल्चर वाली होकर भी मेरा पूरा फ्लावरिंग जल गया है, क्या इसको क्या दवा डालना चाहिए, क्या खाद डालना चाहिए। अभी मैं एग्रीकल्चर कॉलेज वालों से ये कह रहा हूँ बार बार कि अभी पहले दिमाग से ये 2 बातें पहले बाजू में रखो, खाद दवा वगैरह, पहले प्रकृति को ध्यान में लो। मैंने उसको 8-10 दिन पहले केवल उनको बोला था मैडम को कि उसके ऊपर हवा में पानी का स्प्रे करो। उसका वीडियो है, चाहे तो आपको मैं भेज सकता हूँ या मेरे चैनल पे जाएंगे तो वहाँ पे भी है। वो कितना आसान तरीके से उन्होंने किया। 10वें दिन उनका कल वीडियो आया है वो कि सबको आम लगे हैं। इतना सीरियस ये प्रॉब्लम है। हर साल कोंकण में आप जाएंगे तो पूरे, अभी भी जाएंगे तो फूलों से, जिसको मंजर बोलते हैं या मराठी में मोहर बोलते हैं, तो पूरे मोहर से भरे हुए पेड़ है, लेकिन फल नहीं मिल रहे। इसका कारण ये अब दवाई छिड़क रहे, एक्चुअली उसके दवा के कारण नहीं है, उसमें से जो ह्यूमिडिटी जा रही है उसके कारण थोड़ा बहुत उत्पादन मिल रहा है, जबकि दवा से नहीं। और वहाँ पे ही देवगढ़ जो अल्फांसो का सबसे बड़ा सेंटर माना जाता है हमारे देश का, कोंकण का, महाराष्ट्र का, वहाँ पे ही 3 साल से हम प्रयोग कर रहे हैं। तो अब वहाँ पे हमारे इसके लिए कोई दवा छिड़कना नहीं पड़ता, कोई खाद नहीं देनी पड़ती, केवल ह्यूमिडिटी क्रिएट कर रहे हैं। अब ये दवा मारने के कारण अभी बहुत जल्दी, और एक थोड़ा सा मैं एग्रीकल्चर का हूँ इसलिए ज़्यादा एग्रीकल्चर की बात कहूँगा कि विदर्भ में जो संतरे का एरिया है, नागपुर ऑरेंज बोलते हैं आप, वो करीब करीब ख़त्म होने के कगार पे आया है। जिस कारण से वो ख़त्म होने के कगार पे आया है, वही कारण से जो वर्ल्ड फेमस अल्फांसो मैंगो है उसी स्थिति में आ गया है। और उसको अगर बचाना है तो केवल और केवल उसको एयर इरिगेशन एक ही मार्ग हमें मिला है। तो मुझे लगता है कि आप ऐसी कोई टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलप करें कि ये ह्यूमिडिटी हम आसान तरीके से कैसे मेंटेन करें। अभी तक तो उसको प्राकृतिक कारण है कि प्लांटेशन बहुत बढ़ाओ, ज़मीन को पानी देते थे, ज़मीन के बजाय हवा में पानी दो। तो ये एयर इरिगेशन का ही सबसे सीरियस प्रॉब्लम अभी मैं फेस कर रहा हूँ, और उसी के ऊपर पिछले 3-4 साल से मैं काम कर रहा हूँ। धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू मनोहर जी।
एक छोटी सी बात मैं और कहना चाहूँगा। सर का लेक्चर सुनते थे, मैं और वो एक ही एरिया के हैं, तो उसको सुनने के बाद में मुझे मोह हो रहा है कि आपको बताना चाहिए कि आप सब टेक्नोलॉजी है, इंजीनियरिंग वाले हैं, हमारे सर भी है, तो ये एक कृपा करके ध्यान में रखिए कि एग्रीकल्चर ये लाइफ साइंस है, जैव विज्ञान है। तो इंजीनियरिंग का कोई भी डिज़ाइन करते समय उसमें ध्यान में रखिए कि ये जीवों के लिए कर रहे हैं। ये एयर इरिगेशन जैसा खेती के लिए है, वो सभी सजीवों के लिए है, केवल एग्रीकल्चर के लिए नहीं है, ये सजीवों के लिए भी है। बहुत बार इंजीनियरिंग के डिज़ाइन आपके कंपोस्ट के बनाते हैं, कंपोस्ट बनाने के लिए मशीन बनाते हैं, उसमें बायो का कोई यही न रखते हैं डिज़ाइन, बस पाउडर बना देते हैं, कंपोस्ट हो गया। नहीं, कंपोस्ट इज ए बायोलॉजिकल प्रोसेस, इट्स नॉट ए मैकेनिकल और केमिकल प्रोसेस। तो बायोलॉजिकल प्रोसेस इट टेक्स इट्स ओन टाइम, ये ध्यान में रखना है। तो जो भी डिज़ाइन बनाएंगे तो वो बायोलॉजी के लिए बना रहे, ये ध्यान में रखना है। धन्यवाद।
Okay, thank you, Manohar ji. So I have the same question for Sudhakar ji. Like, as per your experience and knowledge, what is the key problem which this sector is facing. Sir, let's speak. I think.
Today, in India, we are facing three major issues that is called as agriculture efficiency. So you know efficiency means इनपुट और आउटपुट रिलेशंस है. आज फार्मर बहुत सा खर्चा करते हैं लेकिन उतना प्रोडक्टिविटी मिलता नहीं है. दिस इज द फर्स्ट इशू एंड हेंस वी वांट समथिंग change in the agriculture sector. Second thing is that to reduce the maintenance cost. In the industries, we are thinking about maintenance cost and hence they get more productivity. But farmers are not thinking about the maintenance cost of the agriculture. This is the second issue in India. Third is sustainability in the agriculture sector. And hence I want to suggest some information technology tools, particularly not only artificial intelligence, we are using in industries 10 to 15 information technologies that may be augmented reality, blockchain technology, cyber security, data analytics. Even also we are using a digital twin in the automotive industries. If you are using digital twin in the agriculture, we get lot of profits. And drones. Artificial intelligence is the most important. Because of the artificial intelligence, we can have the automatic robots. That robots may be used in the agriculture. Second is automation, robotics, how to give more and more automations in the industry. Shinde sir has shown some of the techniques of automations. We are thinking about automation in all industries but not thinking in the agriculture. ये हमारी देश की शोकांतिका है. कोई फार्मर भी सोचता नहीं है कि खेती की डेवलपमेंट कैसी की जाए. And last thing is that IoT. How to connect? Connectivity is the most important. Can I start my centrifugal pump or any device equipments from my home if my farm is away 1 kilometer away from? So this is the technology. We have a lot of technologies in the autonomous vehicles. You heard about autonomous vehicles, driverless vehicles. That technology can we require in India or in the world? No, because the problem is employability. But you are thinking about driverless vehicles, but we are not thinking about a laborless agriculture. In small area, we require 10 to 15 labor to work on it. And hence, I suggest researchers, we require more and more research on the agricultures to improve the productivity. And second is we always require the innovative ways to produce more and more new equipments, new devices, so that we can reduce the maintenance cost of the agriculture. And third is that can you use lightweight devices or equipment so that labor and farmers can handle that, because today we are using the steel and cast irons for making the material. If you are using additive manufacturing, sir has told that 3D printing. Now, all the heavy devices and equipments can be replaced by 3D printing. That is additive manufacturing. And hence, हमारे देश में फार्मर सोचता नहीं है कि मैं बिजनेस कर रहा हूँ, मेरी रोजी रोटी का सवाल है, ऐसे करके वो बिजनेस कर रहा है. बट व्हाट अबाउट इंडस्ट्रीज? कैन यू से दैट फार्मर इज ए एंटरप्रेन्योर? Now this is not saying. Farmer is a one category. When all the farmers become entrepreneur and agriculture becomes entrepreneurship, definitely we will grow agriculture sector in India more and more. So this is one of the thing I want to tell. We are facing the problem of skilled laborers in the agriculture sector. When any industries think about skilled labor, skilled workers in the industries, why not farmers? If I want a particular worker for plantation, he doesn't know anything about plantation and he comes and do all these things. I discussed with the Kaki sir, can we do the farming like USA and other countries? Okay, we are doing each and everything manually. This is the way I suggested so many things because we have a very less research in farming sector. Thank you.
Thank you. So I'll go to Gopalji, but I will not ask you to talk anything about technology.
Okay.
You worked on the technology solving multiple problems. Now look at your 30 years, is 30 years like 2 generations, you know. But what is the one problem in agriculture which is still not solved or fully solved? What is that problem?
If you are talking about automation system, then automation systems need to be developed in a precise way where the field is having a mass population of plants and you need to make every plant diagnostically fit for making the automation technology to develop. Technology is there for automation. It can work in the field. But the optimization by sensors, how many of you are knowing Python programming? How many of you are knowing Google Colab? How many of you are knowing playing with R tool software? How many of you are using QGIS, ArcGIS? You may have even the MATLAB, I should say. Professional skills and your development in future career. If you apply for any foreign country or any advanced industry, they are usually asking how your perfection is in developing software tools. And these software tools can be helpful for making this automation technology perfect. So this is what has identified. Everyone starts with the new idea and gets brainstorm. I'm showing you some technology, but they are not perfect, I should say. Because I initially developed cotton picker machine. Then it was just sucking up with the pneumatic pressure. Then further I thought the leaves which are, dried, getting first cycle of cotton picking, second cycle, third cycle, the leaves get stuck up into that cotton and get sucked into the pneumatic suction cup. How to remove those leaves which are stick up to the cotton is a big challenge, if I say. In the plant itself, there is one more challenge, if I say disease detection system. A pink ball armworm is a insect. I mean, this pest is initially starts penetrating like a very small needle like hole. It gets into inside, and from outside you looks like you see how healthy this cotton ball is looking like. So that cotton ball gets grown up from outside. Farmer observes from outside and starts expanding on that plant. Expanding means giving all kinds of nutrients, fertilizers, everything. At the end of the cycle, when this insect grows up inside the ball, it destroys the entire cotton from inside. And when it gets open up, farmers get, very much nervous and discouraged. Sometimes the whole expenditure goes zero, and people says farmers commit suicide. Why? Because he spends all the cycle thinking that the earning will be also, earning will extend his next production cycle. और अगले प्रोडक्शन साइकिल में उसको पैसा मिलेगा तभी कर पाएगा. तो पहला ही साइकिल अगर फेल हो गया तो दूसरे साइकिल में पैसा नहीं रहेगा, फिर कर्जा लेगा. This way, it is a one example. I am telling you, this is not, this example is not maybe perfect for all the cases. Somebody may have some other provisions to get. And then another thing is that, just like saying spraying, all the time maybe from boom sprayer, I mean this knapsack sprayer, जो पीठ के ऊपर रख के हम स्प्रे करते हैं. तो आज ड्रोन भी आ गया है. Drone gets also spray. But do you find only it stands on the plant and gets spray up? In between it stops, it gets spray up. So this precision technology need to be developed in the small equipments also. When you are using those all, it will minimize the efforts. So I think that this is a very good going career for the new aspirants from computer engineering. They can make their own art, CNN or maybe Python programming based logic or all type of logistic tools to make the automation system perfect.
Thank you, Gopalji. So I'll go to Dr. Prakash. Dr. Prakash, are you online? Hello? Is Dr. Prakash online? Okay, so, okay. Okay, am I audible? Prakash ji?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, good. Not sure whether you could hear Manohar ji when he's talking about atmospheric humidity as a problem, and you are talking about again climate change and the climate change forecast tool. Now, in the context of that, do you see any particular problem where we as a community need to work on and which is still not solved and need our attention?
जी, मैं मनोहर जी को सुन रहा था और उन्होंने जो समस्या उठाई है ह्यूमिडिटी की, वो एक सीरियस इशू इसीलिए है क्योंकि हम जब वाटर यूज की बात करते हैं एग्रीकल्चर में, तो हमें ये ध्यान देने की जरूरत है कि कितने सही तरीके से हम इस्तेमाल करते हैं. मतलब वाटर की स्कैरसिटी ग्राउंड वाटर टेबल से लिंक होती है और सप्लाई और डिमांड दोनों दो चीजें हैं वाटर की. डिमांड साइड जो है वो ह्यूमिडिटी जिनकी बात मनोज जी कर रहे थे, जो एटमॉस्फेरिक ह्यूमिडिटी कंट्रोल करती है इवेपोट्रांसपिरेशन ईटी. तो हम क्या करते हैं कि ग्राउंड वाटर को एक्सेस हम लोग एक्सट्रैक्ट कर रहे हैं और अनइक्वल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ग्राउंड वाटर का अपने कई राज्यों में, खासकर जो पंजाब हरियाणा का बेल्ट है और कई सारे ऐसे जिले हैं महाराष्ट्र में भी जहां पे हम लोग एक्सेस ग्राउंड वाटर का इस्तेमाल करते हैं. तो वो वाटर बैलेंस इम्बैलेंस होता है जिससे हमें ह्यूमिडिटी में परेशानी आती है. और मनोज जी के बात से मैं सहमत हूं कि जैसे हम लोग फोकस करते हैं इरिगेट करने को रूट में, जमीन में, आजकल फोकस लोग कर रहे हैं एटमॉस्फेरिक ह्यूमिडिटी को इम्प्रूव करने में स्प्रिंकलर के थ्रू. तो ये समस्या तो है क्योंकि वाटर में इम्बैलेंस क्लाइमेट चेंज के कारण है. और जहां तक टेक्नोलॉजी की बात है, लंबे समय के लिए, मतलब सस्टेनेबिलिटी की हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं, हमें ये समझने की जरूरत है कि जो अभी है वो आगे 50 साल में नए जनरेशन के हम लोग कैसे छोड़ के जाएंगे. तो उन सब समस्याओं पे जरूरत है कि ध्यान देने के लिए आजकल बहुत सारी टेक्नोलॉजी आ गई है ऐसी. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल दूं कि एटमॉस्फेरिक ह्यूमिडिटी की बात कर रहे थे मनोज जी, उसमें वेरिएबल रेट इरिगेशन एक टेक्नोलॉजी ऐसी आ गई है जो स्प्रिंकलर सिस्टम के थ्रू जहां पे जितनी जरूरत है उतनी ही मात्रा में बूम करेगा वो उसका स्प्रेयर. तो वेरिएबल रेट इरिगेशन हो गई। दूसरी बात हो गई सैटेलाइट डेटा का कैसे यूज करें हम लोग, सेंसर्स का कैसे यूज करें। आजकल आईओटी बेस्ड सेंसर्स आ गए हैं। डिफरेंट सॉइल मॉइस्चर सेंसर्स तो पहले से थे ही, लेकिन लोकल क्लाइमेट को समझने के लिए एटमॉस्फेरिक ह्यूमिडिटी से लेकर विंड स्पीड, लोकल माइक्रो कैनोपी टेम्परेचर के समझने के लिए बहुत सारे सेंसर्स आ गए, आईओटी बेस्ड सेंसर्स। कंपनीज इंडिया में हैं, जैसे मान लीजिए मैं एग्जांपल दूं, फसल टेक्नोलॉजी है, क्रॉपिंग टेक्नोलॉजी है। ये कई सारी कंपनी हैं जो फार्मर्स के लिए ऑन साइट सेंसर्स बनाती हैं, आईओटी बेस्ड सेंसर्स, जो कंट्रोल करती हैं डिफरेंट माइक्रो कैनोपी टेम्परेचर ह्यूमिडिटी को, और बताती है फार्मर्स को कि कब और किस समय में कितना पानी चाहिए। तो ये जस्ट एग्जांपल मैं वाटर मनोज जी के बात से ले रहा था। लेकिन जब ओवरऑल सस्टेनेबिलिटी की बात करते हैं तो वाटर एक बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज है, और कैसे आईटी और टेक्नोलॉजी उसमें बड़ा रोल प्ले करे। और ये हमें ध्यान देने की जरूरत है कि लैंड होल्डिंग हमारी कम हो रही है। अभी आप देखेंगे तो लगभग 80% से ऊपर फार्मर्स जो है इंडिया में स्मॉल मार्जिनल ही हैं। तो इकोनॉमी ऑफ स्केल की बात जरूर हम करें, क्योंकि जब भी वाटर मैनेजमेंट करेंगे फ्यूचर कंडीशन के लिए, इकोनॉमी ऑफ स्केल बहुत बड़ा है, क्योंकि इनपुट कॉस्ट वो बढ़ रहा है। अगर इनपुट कॉस्ट बढ़ेगा, प्राइस फ्लक्चुएट होगा मार्केट में, तो एज ए फार्मर्स हमें ध्यान देने की जरूरत है कि हमारा जो इकोनॉमिक साइकिल है, डेट में हम ना पड़े, सुसाइडल जो सिनेरियो होता है डेट के कारण, वो डेट ना हो। तो उन सब चैलेंजेस के लिए बहुत सारे अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम एग्रीकल्चर यूनिवर्सिटी चलाती है। रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट आईसीआर की है, वो फार्मर्स के साथ ट्रेनिंग करती है कृषि विज्ञान केंद्र में। तो हमें ये ध्यान देने की जरूरत है कि एक टॉपिक के जो एक्सपर्ट है, जिनको हम लोग एसएमएस बोलते हैं, सब्जेक्ट मैटर स्पेशलिस्ट, या कृषि विज्ञान केंद्र में जो एक्सपर्ट होते हैं, वो किसानों के साथ ग्रुप बनाकर ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम करते हैं और इस पे काम करते हैं।
Okay, thank you very much. So one aspect of sustainability is called resource management. It is, so I have got very less time, तो मुझे sustainability of time देखना है। तो मुझे मेरे पैनलिस्ट से रिक्वेस्ट है कि मेरे पास 2 क्वेश्चन है एंड देन आई विल गो टू द ऑडियंस क्वेश्चन। तो आपको 1 मिनट का, वो अमिताभ बच्चन का कौन सा होता है, वो घड़ी वाला टिक टिक वाला होता है ना। सो 1 मिनट का समय रहेगा आपको सिर्फ आंसर देने के लिए। मेरा पहला क्वेश्चन है, just going back to the topic again and what you highlighted, sustainability has got different definitions, correct? Now in the context of the topic of sustainability in agriculture, how do you define sustainability in agriculture in 1 minute? And I'll start with Prakash ji, with you.
हाँ, तो ये बहुत बढ़िया क्वेश्चन आपने किया है दिनेश जी। हाँ दिनेश जी, सस्टेनेबिलिटी की जब भी बात हम एग्रीकल्चर में करते हैं तो सस्टेनेबिलिटी के लिए 5 डोमेन हमेशा होता है। 5 अपने साथ 5 उंगली है, 5 डोमेन। प्रोडक्टिविटी कैसे बढ़ाएं, पहला डोमेन। दूसरा डोमेन इकोनॉमिक्स कैसे इंप्रूव करें। तीसरा डोमेन इन्वायरमेंट का ख्याल कैसे करें। चौथा डोमेन सोशल साइंस, मतलब लोग कैसे इन्वॉल्व होंगे, ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम कैसा होगा उसके लिए, सोशल चैलेंजेस क्या क्या हैं। और 5वां डोमेन है ह्यूमन एंड न्यूट्रिशन। ये 5 डोमेन के लिए हमेशा एग्रीकल्चर सस्टेनेबिलिटी पे हम लोग बात करते हैं। सोशल चैलेंज पीछे रह गया आजकल, पिछले कई सालों में प्रोडक्टिविटी, इन्वायरमेंट, इकोनॉमिक्स पे फोकस रहता है, लेकिन सोशल चैलेंज लाइक लैक ऑफ अवेयरनेस है, ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम चाहिए, माइग्रेशन हो रहा है फार्मर्स का या लोगों का, लेबर की शॉर्टेज है, लैंड टेन्योर इश्यूज, मान लीजिए कि हम किसान हैं, अपने किसान की ओनरशिप मेरे पास है कि नहीं, पॉलिसी गवर्नेंस इशू क्या है। तो लैंड टेन्योर के लिए अभी कई सारे स्कीम्स गवर्नमेंट ने शुरू किए हैं जो ड्रोन के थ्रू डिजिटाइज कर रहे हैं। तो मैं समराइज ये करूंगा कि 5 डोमेन में एक साथ काम करने की जरूरत है, और उसके लिए आजकल नया कॉन्सेप्ट आ गया है सस्टेनेबल इंटेंसिफिकेशन, मतलब इंटेंसिफाई 5 डोमेन में करें।
आपका समय खत्म हुआ, धन्यवाद। So in the reverse order, okay, from here I'll go to the Manohar ji then. Sustainability in agriculture, 60 सेकेंड।
अच्छा, मैं झा सर के एक व्याख्या से बहुत कब से सोच रहा हूँ। एआई का जो मीनिंग बताया है उन्होंने, वो बताया है एग्रीकल्चर इंटेलिजेंस, नॉट आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस। और उसको मैं दूसरी भाषा में कहता हूँ कि स्मार्ट एग्रीकल्चर। तो अभी इस प्रोडक्शन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से हम बहुत सस्टेनेबल हो गए हैं कि 40 करोड़ लोगों को हम भोजन नहीं दे पा रहे थे, आज 120 करोड़ को दे के एक्सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं। इसलिए प्रोडक्शन की बात मैं कभी किसानों के साथ में नहीं करता हूँ। लेकिन अभी समय आया है जो लेबर प्रॉब्लम सर ने बताया है, तो स्मार्ट एग्रीकल्चर करने की ज़रूरत है कि कहाँ हम ये मैकेनाइजेशन करें, कहाँ हम टेक्नोलॉजी का वापर करें, उपयोग करें। अब जैसे ट्रैक्टर का जो उदाहरण मैं हमेशा देता हूँ कि पहले ट्रैक्टर यूरोप की कॉपी करके हम सब टेक्नोलॉजी इधर ला रहे थे, तो अभी यूरोप की कॉपी करके लाने में कोई मतलब नहीं है। हमें हमारे सिस्टम में बैठने वाली टेक्नोलॉजी, जैसे ट्रैक्टर का उदाहरण मैं इसलिए देता हूँ कि वहाँ 500-500 हज़ार एकड़ व्यक्ति, 1 या 2 व्यक्ति ही मैनेज करना पड़ता है, इसलिए हेवी ट्रैक्टर का। यहाँ वैसा है नहीं, एवरेज लैंड होल्डिंग हमारे यहाँ 2-3 एकड़ से ऊपर नहीं है। तो हम छोटे टूल्स कैसे बनाएं, और वो बहुत आसान तरीके से। हमारा किसान का जो पॉपुलेशन है उसमें 50% से ज़्यादा इलिटरेट पॉपुलेशन है, तो उनके समझ में वो आ जाए, ये करना पड़ेगा हमें तो ही। और सबसे बड़ी बात मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि अगर सस्टेनेबल करना है एग्रीकल्चर को, तो महिलाओं का सहभाग हमें बढ़ाना पड़ेगा। खेती से महिलाएं करीब करीब बाजू हट गई हैं, जबकि खेती के जिसको हम संशोधक कहते हैं, खेती का शोध जिसने लगाया वो माताओं ने लगाया है। वो माताओं को हमने हटाया और तब से खेती में सब उल्टे पलटे धंधे शुरू हो गए। अगर हम महिलाओं का सहभाग खेती में बढ़ाएंगे तो अपने आप सस्टेनेबिलिटी की तरफ जाएगी, क्योंकि माता प्रोड्यूसर होती है तो उसको सस्टेनेबिलिटी की जानकारी होती है। तो काफ़ी दिनों से मैं ये इसके ऊपर भी काम कर रहा हूँ। काफ़ी महिलाएं मेरी क्लाइंट है, वो भी हाईली क्वालिफाइड महिलाएं। अगर हम खेती में ज़्यादा लाएंगे तो अपने आप सस्टेनेबिलिटी आ जाएंगे, ऐसे मुझे लगता है। धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू। मुझे लग रहा है ये लाड़की बहना से बहुत इम्प्रेस्ड है।
उल्टा है, वो खेत से बाहर जा रही है पैसे मिलने के कारण, खेत में जा ही नहीं रही है।
सुधाकर जी 60 सेकंड।
So sustainability in agriculture, I think, if you think about environmental issues due to fertilizers, excess fertilizers in the agriculture. Second is excess pesticides. हम पेस्टिसाइड्स का खाना नहीं चाहते, ऑर्गेनिक चाहिए हमें, है ना। तो हाउ टू प्रोड्यूस, हाउ टू सप्लाई without pesticides and fertilizers, that is called chemicals, to the society. So you think on it, because everybody is preferring, because in the market आप कहीं जाते हो तो ऑर्गेनिक का अलग अलग फ्रूट्स मिलता है, वेजिटेबल्स मिलता है, ग्रेन्स मिलता है, लेकिन वो रासायनिक वाला कोई लेना नहीं चाहता है।
थैंक यू। गोपाल जी।
I should say many of the areas are already covered. First thing is that it needs a technological fitness and in combination with reliable material and functional optimization. Once you get the technology in hand, skill will be the second part. Youth farmers need to be taking initiative instead of playing with WhatsApp and all. So they should go for adding their technology-based knowledge. And third thing is that agribusiness administration, financial management, and skill development by men and women working in the family. And nowadays, as new aspirants developing logical tools, not only big data, I'm talking about concept of artificial intelligence not only ends to the big data, but thereafter it starts large language modeling, where the continuous, a robot can speak, answer any question like that. It can also develop the same kind of technology in agriculture. Thank you.
Thank you. He had put a timer, that's a good thing, you know. Okay, when I met the Prime Minister, the one important thing which I observed, he always looks beyond, and that's why if you see the word Viksit Bharat, today is 2025, and he's talking about 2047, 12 साल है। 12 साल में the student who are sitting here, dash change हो जाएगा और वो इस side होंगे, correct? Some of you will be on this side, and I want God give Dr. Sir long life, and probably some of us may be like sitting in that row, you know. Maybe Vinita ji can still say that, good contributor for so many years. Viksit Bharat is a very two-word but very powerful word. Not sure how does it comes out in your mind, Viksit Bharat. So when you put meta, no, create a picture of something like that. Something comes out, correct? So my question to my fellow panelist is that, again, 1 minute, what is your picture of 2047 Viksit Bharat agriculture? Start with Gopalji.
First thing is that everyone must run with the present scenario. Everyone must think of the future scenario. And in Viksit Bharat, we try to make first a digital society of India, so that a digital world can make you optimize. So accordingly, the mission of the Prime Minister of India, they are going to give us all those contentive resources in India should be sold down to the international market and earn the money, so that your dollar will be your less than your rupees. And in that sense, it will be only the youngsters who can take over this challenge and get developed continuously. So making optimization, time is for you. You are not for the time. Time is how to utilize. You should not get the time to be passed. So accordingly, these things are need to be required in the Viksit.
Okay, good. मनोहर जी, आपके विचार?
2-3 बातें हैं. मैं प्रैक्टिकल जो करता हूँ उसके आधार पे बात कर रहा हूँ आपसे. एक तो हमारा कृषि प्रधान देश है कहते हैं, और हमारे स्टूडेंट को पहली कक्षा से लेके बीएससी एग्रीकल्चर को एडमिशन लेने तक के समय तक कोई भी एग्रीकल्चर से संबंध नहीं आता है. तो हमारा कैसा विकसित हो जाएगा? खेती, कृषि प्रधान देश है, तो पहली कक्षा से लेके आखिरी तक हर स्टूडेंट को खेती में जाना चाहिए, तो ही हम विकसित भारत देख सकेंगे. क्योंकि हमारा बेस जो है, धरोहर है, वो खेती है. तो खेती को जब तक ऊपर नहीं लाएंगे तब तक ये कुछ नहीं होगा. दूसरा, जब जो भी योजनाएं हमारे देश में बनती है वो कृषि से रिलेटेड होना चाहिए. जो भी संशोधन होता है, मैं उसका शायद सर बुरा नहीं माने तो डायरेक्ट कहता हूँ कि हमारे देश में केवल 2% लोगों के पास में ट्रैक्टर है. गवर्नमेंट के आंकड़े हैं, आज भी ग्रामीण ट्रांसपोर्ट करीब 60% बुलक कार्ट पे डिपेंड है. लेकिन जाकर देखिए यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में, मैं उसी यूनिवर्सिटी का प्रोडक्ट हूँ तो भी ये बात कह रहा हूँ. मैं भी एग्रीकल्चर यूनिवर्सिटी से बाहर आया हूँ सर, शायद आपको पता होगा कि नहीं मालूम नहीं, किसान करके मेरी पहचान करके दे रहे हैं, तो इसलिए. तो इसमें से कितने यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में बुलक कार्ट पे रिसर्च होता है और कितने यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में ट्रैक्टर पे रिसर्च होता है? मैक्सिमम यूनिवर्सिटी में मैक्सिमम रिसर्च ट्रैक्टर पे होता है, और बहुत कम यूनिवर्सिटी में बहुत कम प्रमाण में बुलक कार्ट पे रिसर्च होता है. तो ये जब तक ऐसे हमारे रवैये हम बदलेंगे नहीं तो 25 या कौन सा बोला आपने, 2047 में कैसा हम विकसित हो जाएंगे?
I will add, सर, मी तुम्हाला ॲड करतो. सध्याच्या स्थितीमध्ये प्रत्येक गावात किमान 10 ट्रॅक्टर आहेत. पहिले एक पण ट्रॅक्टर असलं तर ते दुसरीकडून आणावं लागायचं. दुसरं, आज कोणीही तुमच्यापैकी जर विचार केलं जायचं इथून तुम्हाला VT स्टेशनला, तर कोणीही पायी जाणं कबूल करणार नाही. एवरीबडी नीड्स द ऑटोमेशन, एवरीबडी नीड्स टेक्नोलॉजी, एवरीबडी नीड्स द फास्टेस्ट वे ऑफ द एप्लीकेशन. क्लाइमेट सडन चेंज गिर रहा है, पानी गिर रहा है, आपको सडन कुछ तो भी हेल्पफुल टेक्नोलॉजी चाहिए. जब आप सोच नहीं सकते कि बारिश जब बादल आएगा तब से मैं शुरू करूँ. सो एवरी मोमेंट टेक्नोलॉजी ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ क्लाइमेट. तो आपका ये भी ज़रूरी है कि आपके पास ऑटोमेशन के बगैर इसके बाद ये यूथ तरुण काम नहीं करेगा. तो ये सारा चेंजेस जो हो रहा है, इसकी वजह से बुलक कार्ड एप्लीकेशंस आर बिकम मिनिमाइज्ड. इफ़ आई से, आपको मैंने कहा कि साइकिल से यहाँ तक CSTM पे जाओ और आपके पास एक कार भी है या आपके पास बाइक भी है, तो विच वे यू विल प्रीफर? Yes, yourself. Bike. Naturally, you need not to like to make the pedal. So this is what is the mental tendency of the youth. तो इसीलिए जो बुलेट ड्रोन का जो एप्लीकेशन है, दिस इज व्हाई एनिमल एनर्जी इज बिकमिंग मिनिमाइजेशन. वी हैव अ प्रोजेक्ट इन आवर. सर, आप हमारे यूनिवर्सिटी में आइए, इस एनिमल यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ एनर्जी के सेंट्रल प्रोजेक्ट को हमने अभी नाम बदला है, मैकेनाइजेशन ऑफ एनिमल हस्बेंड्री, ये दिया है नाम अभी। क्योंकि वर्ल्ड सिनेरियो में जब सारे साइंटिस्ट बैठ रहे हैं, सारा ब्यौरा ले रहे हैं, तो वो सोच ये रहे हैं कि ये अभी पुराने टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ स्टूडेंट्स नहीं काम करेंगे।
We will take it offline.
नहीं, बुलक कार्ट का स्पीड बढ़ा सकते हैं ना, ये टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलप करो ट्रैक्टर की बढ़ाने के बजाय, ये मैं कह रहा था, मैं उसको गलत नहीं कह रहा हूँ। रिसर्च किस चीज पे करना है ये मैं कह रहा हूँ, 3% और 60%।
इसीलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि हमारे पास एनिमल यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ एनर्जी के प्रोजेक्ट को हमने मैकेनाइजेशन कर दिया है, जो कि मैकेनाइजेशन बुलक के साथ जुड़ेगा।
You had a question?
सर जैसे अभी आपने एक एग्जांपल दिया कि एक बाइक के साथ और एक साइकिल के साथ कंपैरिजन में, मेरे पास मतलब ज़्यादा पैसा नहीं है कि मैं बाइक अगर मैं परस्यू कर सकूं, लेकिन अगर साइकिल रहेगा उस पर रिसर्च होगा और उसको अगर मॉडिफाई करके ऑटोमेट कर देंगे सर, तो वो बेटर होगा मेरे लिए कि बाइक।
उसके लिए आपका जो रिट्रोफिटिंग, आपका जो एक्सपेंडिचर है उसको एक्सपेंडिचर कर, अभी आज से एक नया थिंग मैं अभी ऐड कर रहा हूँ मैडम के भी सवाल को। अभी कस्टम हायरिंग का कॉन्सेप्ट निकला है। कोई भी हमारा किसान, मैं जब से मैं यहाँ पे लगा हूँ तो हम हर वीक को एक फार्मर्स के फील्ड में दिन भर रहते हैं जाके, हमारा टीम। अभी कोई भी 900 रुपये दे के पूरा जमीन प्रिपेयर करके लेता है, सोइंग करके लेता है, कस्टम हायरिंग पे सीधा ट्रैक्टर वालों को पैसे दे देता है, बोलता है मेरा इतना काम करके चले जा। तो ये बात तो नहीं रही कि उसको सुधारा जाए या उसको महंगा है करके खरीदना जाए। तो यह भी कस्टम हायरिंग वाला एक कॉन्सेप्ट अच्छा ज़ोरों से चल रहा है। कुछ लोग अपना कस्टम हायरिंग करते हैं, सब कमा लेते हैं पैसा, और उनका भी काम हो जाता है। कहते हैं कि ये संभालना भी मुश्किल है और मेंटेन करना भी मुश्किल है।
Okay sir, thank you sir.
I think we will come back to the topic and we will have a lunch time to have a good discussion at lunch. You know. So going back to picture, विकसित भारत का पिक्चर।
अब मोदी जी ने कहा है,
मैं आपका पिक्चर पूछ रहा हूँ।
अभी जो सस्टेनेबिलिटी और जो प्रॉब्लम बता रहे थे 25 साल 2047, तो 2047 में एग्रीकल्चर कैसा होगा। अभी मैंने एक लिटरेचर पढ़ा है कि एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट में हर साल 5% एग्रीकल्चर इज़ कन्वर्टेड इनटू अर्बन एरियाज। जस्ट टू थिंक ऑन इट, कुछ दिन के बाद हमें वर्टिकल फार्मिंग के बारे में सोचना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज हॉरिजॉन्टल लैंडिंग इज़ नॉट अवेलेबल, हॉरिजॉन्टल फार्मिंग इज़ नॉट अवेलेबल। जब भी हम मुंबई को सिंगापुर कर सकते हैं, तो व्हाई नॉट हॉरिजॉन्टल फार्मिंग कैन बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू द वर्टिकल फार्मिंग। दिस इज द इशू विल गेट इन 47. Second is that digital literacy. Today, farmers are not educated. They don't know digital transformation, digital education. Are you providing digital education to all farmers? Today, we are getting lot of alerts regarding environments in mobile. Can you prepare, manufacture such type of smart mobiles for the farmers so that they can get small changes in the agriculture, like pH values of the soil testing, each and everything can I get at my home? And all the industries are thinking about side business. Can farmers start their side business like डेयरी फार्मिंग है, बाकी का बिजनेस है? तो उसके लिए हमें कुछ ना कुछ टेक्नोलॉजी देखना पड़ेगा. Now, okay, yeah, small thing. Face recognitions. Now AI is recognizing our face, but animals, they cannot speak, they cannot talk. तो वो बीमार है, क्या हो गया उसको समझ में नहीं आता है. Can you develop such type of artificial intelligence to recognize the diseases of the animals? Because this is the serious problem today in the dairy products. We are not able to check all these things. Diseases checking must be by artificial intelligence. Thank you.
वाले सर ने जो बात कही है तो उसके ऊपर मैं अभी हम काम चालू करने जा रहे हैं कि फार्म क्लिनिक नाम से, कि प्राणियों को कुछ हुआ तो उनके लिए हॉस्पिटल है, आदमियों को होता है उनके लिए, लेकिन फार्म में कुछ हुआ तो उसके लिए हॉस्पिटल जैसा कुछ नहीं है. और फिर जो भी उठता है हर कोई डॉक्टर बन जाता है और कुछ भी आड़म दिड़म दवाइयाँ देता है. जैसे सर ने बोला ना, केमिकल का, ये केमिकल कोई गलत थोड़ी है, यूनिवर्सिटी में रिसर्च करके आए हैं, लेकिन उसका उपयोग करने वाले लोग गलत है. तो उसके लिए फार्म क्लिनिक का एक कंसेप्ट हम अभी रखने जा रहे हैं. मैं पहला फार्म क्लिनिक मैं मेरे ही घर से चालू कर रहा हूँ, तो मुझे लगता है उनके कहने पे ये उत्तर हो सकता है. धन्यवाद.
प्रकाश जी, आपको वहाँ से 2014 का भारत कैसा दिखता है?
जी, सबसे पहले तो मैं ये कहना चाहूँगा कि जब 2047 के लिए हम लोग विकसित भारत की बात करते हैं, तो प्रधानमंत्री जी एक बहुत बड़े एग्रीकल्चर साइंटिस्ट नहीं है, लेकिन वो समस्या को समझ पाए कि जो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन भारत ने पूरी दुनिया को दिया डिजिटल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के नाम पे, जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं DPI, डिजिटल पब्लिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, उन्होंने एग्रीकल्चर को एक एग्री स्टैक का सपना दिया. एग्री स्टैक मतलब जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन अपने पास है, लैंड को डिजिटाइज करें, लैंड टेन्योर बढ़ेगी. डिसीजन सपोर्ट सिस्टम उन्होंने डिजिटल मिशन अभी बजट में पिछले साल दिया है. तो जो उनका विजन है कि अगले 20 साल में कैसे डिजिटाइज करें, ड्रोन के यूज के थ्रू एग्री स्टैक बनाएं, कृषि डिसीजन सपोर्ट सिस्टम बनाएं, और कैसा हमारा सॉइल प्रोफाइल मैपिंग होगा, सॉइल हेल्थ को लिंक करेंगे उससे, और एग्रीकल्चर मार्केटिंग जो क्रॉस रोड पे पिछले दशकों से था उसको सॉल्व करने के लिए कुछ रिफॉर्म लाए थे, बट वो नहीं हो पाया. लेकिन जो कोर समस्या एग्रीकल्चर में है, ये जो भी करंट गवर्नमेंट है, उनका स्पेशल फोकस ये है, जो रूट कॉज है डिजिटाइज करना, मार्केटिंग ठीक करना. अगर इन दोनों को हम ठीक करेंगे तो बाकी रिसर्च कॉम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे उनको, जो हम लोग सारी बातें कर रहे हैं. तो एग्री स्टैक, फार्मर्स रजिस्ट्री, ये फ्यूचर है अपने 20 साल के एग्रीकल्चर का. उसमें सारी चीज AI, डिजिटल एग्रीकल्चर मिशन सब आ जाएगा.
Thank you, Prakash ji. So now forum is open for audience to ask question. Any question for any of the panelists? Yeah, Rasha.
Since we are seeing, I also travel a lot because my core is on the farmers utilizing and simplifying technology in rural India. So I never saw digital was a problem with farmers. Education is not a concern, but my question is, you can travel even nook and corner, whichever parts. The products like tea, coffee, which are all high, they have deployed technology. They use the best. You can go to even Northeast Assam, deeper pockets of Andhra Pradesh, or wherever the hill areas, like vertical farming, horizontal farming, they have deployed in tea, coffee kind of products. When it comes to food, day to day, there we stuck a lot. Could be it's a myth, like farmers feel like no, only this can support on those products where products can sell high. So it's a simple rule now. Like if I earn more, then straight away I will invest more. If I earn less, because my product is not going to be beyond 300 rupees, why I have to put something? You say digital, but I say it's costly affair. Either this digital has to go cheaper price, if not, the crop price has to rise, automatically farmers will get. Because farmers are not, you should not underestimate. I don't see from urban somebody goes and tells him this is what soil you have to use, abhi barish aayega, abhi nahi aayega, he tells it. We should have a platform to capture that information, which we fail to do. We generally impose them or try to dictate them rather than we doesn't listen to them to get it. So I want your views on that to see that sustainability comes when that beneficiary adopts. Today, beneficiary is worrying because the price could be less. Either we have to increase the price of whatever the day-to-day food like tea, coffee, then surely it will have technology inbuilt part of it. If not, we have to reduce that whatever you call part. I just want to hear from you how farmers do see things about it.
हेलो, मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ कि मैं जब भी फार्मर के फार्म पे जाता हूँ तो पहले उसको क्या आता है वो देखता हूँ। अगर उसको क्या आता है वो अगर देखते हैं, काफ़ी कुछ आता है, सिर्फ वो प्रेजेंट नहीं कर सकता है। मेरे काफ़ी संशोधन जो किए हैं वो फार्मर के नॉलेज पे ही किए हैं। शायद आपको एक शब्द सुना होगा, वर्मी कंपोस्ट जैसा वर्मी वॉश, ये इट वाज इन्वेंटेड बाय मी, लेकिन मैंने उसका पेटेंट नहीं लिया था। तो वो फार्मर के तरफ से ही मैं सीखा था कि फार्मर क्या करते हैं, तो उसको सिर्फ मैंने थोड़ा साइंटिफिक इसमें रखा है। तो फार्मर को थोड़ा सा गाइड करने की ज़रूरत है, क्योंकि वो पीढ़ियों से खेती करने आ रहे हैं। हम तो केवल 6 साल एग्रीकल्चर कॉलेज में पढ़ते हैं, वो तो पीढ़ियों से करता है। तो हमारी मानसिकता ये होती है कि 6 साल पढ़ने के बाद में, मैं थोड़ा गंदे शब्द में कहा था एक कमिश्नर के सामने, हम ऐसा समझते हैं हम ब्रह्मदेव हैं और वो उसको कुछ नहीं आता, बस उसको अकल सिखाने को जाते हैं। टर्मरिक का पेस्ट बनाने का एक आदिवासी महिला ने मुझे सिखाया है, जबकि मेरे पास में सब साधन थे, मैं कर नहीं पाया पेस्ट, उसने सिखाया, पूरा साइंटिफिक था। उदाहरण 2 मिनट में मैं देता हूँ कि क्या किया था उसने। मैंने सब वो रगड़ा, सब मिक्सर सब का यूज़ किया, उसकी फाइन पेस्ट नहीं बन रही थी, इन जो टर्मरिक होती है उसकी। उसने 2-3 दिन देखा मुझे, वो मेरे ऑफिस में ही काम करती थी, तो मुझे बोलती है कि मैं, वो मराठी में भाऊ बोलते हैं इधर, भाऊ आप क्या कर रहे हैं? तो मैंने बोला वो जो विको टर्मरिक क्रीम होती है ना, वैसी क्रीम बनती है क्या ये देख रहा हूँ, तो उसका पेस्ट नहीं हो रहा है क्योंकि उसमें फाइबर होता है। ये मुझे बोलती है मुझे दे दो, मैं करके देखती हूँ। ये महिला के पास में पहनने को ढंग से कपड़े भी नहीं हैं, एक घास की झोपड़ी में रहती थी सामने ही हमारे वो, और ये बोलती मैं करके देती हूँ। मैंने बोला जा, इतना तो सारा पड़ा है, प्रोडक्शन किया था। वो लेकर गई 5 बजे शाम को, दूसरे दिन सवेरे 8 बजे बिल्कुल टूथपेस्ट के जैसी फाइन पेस्ट बना के लाई। अब ये कैसा किया उसने, सिर्फ उसको रखते नहीं, उसने क्या किया, वो मसाला ये करने का पत्थर का होता है ना, पाटा वरंटा बोलते हैं मराठी में उसको, उस पर उसको एक किया, एक बिल्कुल थीन कपड़े में उसको डालती थी, पानी डालती थी, निचोड़ती थी, फिर उसको ये करती थी, पानी डालती थी, वो निचोड़ लेती थी, ऊपर में फाइबर रह गया, नीचे के पानी को ही ऑपरेट कर दिया, पूरा पेस्ट नीचे मिल गया। अब ये साइंस नहीं तो क्या है, सिर्फ उसको इस भाषा में नहीं बताते आया। और मैं कब से हो रहा था, वो रगड़ा या मिक्सर सब कर रहा था, उससे हो ही नहीं रहा था। तो ये जब तक हम उनके पास से सुनते नहीं, किसानों के पास में, किसान ही काफ़ी सारे, अब ये एयर इरिगेशन का भी मुझे एक किसान ने बहुत अच्छा समझाया कि पेड़ जो बढ़ता है वो आपने दी हुए पानी से या ज़मीन के बारिश के पानी से, और जो फल देता है वो भगवान के पानी से। भगवान का पानी है ना एटमॉस्फेरिक ह्यूमिडिटी। अब उसको वो एटमॉस्फेरिक ह्यूमिडिटी वगैरह बताती नहीं, वही पकड़ के मैंने उसी के ऊपर काम करके आज एयर इरिगेशन का कंसेप्ट इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी एक्ट के नीचे रजिस्ट्रेशन हो गया। तो किसान के पास में जाके अगर कुछ उससे सुनते हैं तो काफ़ी सारी बातें डेवलपमेंट की हमारे पास में आ सकती है, ना कि केवल हम ही हमारा थोपते जाते हैं। और उसकी इसलिए मैंने उसको एक फार्म आर्किटेक्ट करके एक शब्द भी मैंने किया है, मैंने मेरी अपनी एक डिक्शनरी बना लिया है, उसमें क्या ये शब्द है, लैंडस्केप आर्किटेक्ट नहीं, फार्म आर्किटेक्ट, यानी उसको क्या आता है उसके आधार पे उसके फार्म का प्लानिंग करना है, ना कि मैंने सर के फार्म पे कुछ तो भी नया टेक्नोलॉजी दिएगा उनके फार्म पे उनके माथे मार दिया। ये नहीं करेंगे हम, उसके सिचुएशन के अनुसार अगर फार्म का डिज़ाइन करेंगे, जिसको मैं फार्म आर्किटेक्ट कहता हूँ, तो मुझे लगता है कि ये दिक्कत नहीं आती है। ठीक है,
थैंक यू। एनी अदर क्वेश्चन?
मार्केटिंग ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर प्रोडक्ट्स, उसके लिए कुछ एडवाइस दे सकते हैं आप? एयर इंडिया क्या करे?
मार्केटिंग के बारे में मेरा एक स्पष्ट मत है, जब तक आप रॉ मटेरियल बेचेंगे, आपके पास में सोना भी रहा तो भिखारी रहेंगे, उसको प्रोसेसिंग के सिवा दूसरा मार्ग नहीं अगर इनकम बढ़ाना है तो। और प्रोसेसिंग में आप लोग उसमें मदद कर सकते हैं, आसान से आसान टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलप करके देंगे तो वो हो सकता है। और ये इसके मैंने प्रयोग भी किए हैं, मेरा ऑल इंडिया रेडियो पे इसके ऊपर बड़ा लंबा भाषण भी है। थैंक यू।
सो इनके यूट्यूब चैनल पे जरूर जाइएगा,
मनोहर खके नाम से चैनल है, उसमें प्लेलिस्ट में जाएंगे तो दोनों भी मराठी और हिंदी वीडियोस काफ़ी सारे मिलेंगे। एयर इरिगेशन के बारे में आपको समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि वो बहुत सीरियस प्रॉब्लम होते जा रहा है। अभी तक क्या होता था, हवा से ज़मीन पानी लेके मॉइस्ट रखती थी, सब माइक्रोब्स को बचा लेती थी। अभी हवा में नमी नहीं होने के कारण ज़मीन का पानी हवा निकाल ले रहे, उल्टा हो रहा है वो। उसके कारण देखो जैसे 2-3 दिन बारिश रुक जाती है, क्रैक होने लगती है ज़मीन। या आपके गमले पहले 3-3, 4-4 दिन पानी डालने की ज़रूरत नहीं होती थी, और डालते 3-4 दिन के बाद में भी डालते तो उसमें क्रैक्स नहीं दिखती थी। अभी देखो बारिश 2 दिन रुक गई, तीसरे दिन क्रैक दिखेगी आपको। तो ये बहुत सीरियस है, छोटे छोटे मुद्दे लेकिन बहुत सीरियस मुद्दे हैं। इसके ऊपर सोचने का समय अब आया है।
Thank you. So I had a very good panel today and very diverse panel. And some of the points which I noted, is thought-provoking. And I wish I would have been a student of your age. Sometimes we think the grass is greener on the other side, but that is not the truth. Fundamentally, the panelists talked about few of the problems like global warming, and as Manohar sir talked about the water in the air, correct? Fundamentally, it's kind of going away, disappearing, and then it's somewhere getting compensated. And if you see the temperature, what you had couple of days maybe on Friday or Thursday, Friday, and the temperature what you have got today and maybe tomorrow, you may feel the difference because it is transitioning. Somewhere, the environment is changing, and we are thinking about the future, and we are thinking about the future by losing the present which is in the hand, which is maybe the whatever resources we have, water, air, and so on. So we talked about that, and one important point what he talked about that understanding agriculture as a life science than as a food, which is again very important because technology also means that biotechnology or biology also. So that aspect is very, very important. Farming as a business was also talked about as an important thing to talk about, improving agri efficiency, which is key. Skills was another thing which was very, very important. Shekhar Dada is not there. Shekhar Dada, 10 years back when I was at his farm, Shekhar Dada is Chandrasekhar Bhadsavle, Saguna Bagh. So 10 years back when I was at his farm, he said that एक दिन ऐसा आएगा कि तुम्हारे जैसे इंजीनियर मेरे यहाँ पे ट्रैक्टर चलाएंगे. So मैंने बोला शेखर दादा को मुझसे क्या दुश्मनी हो सकती है. But then I realized कि he is talking about विकसित भारत. He is talking about कि कल का ट्रैक्टर इतना एडवांस होगा कि उसमें डैशबोर्ड पे बहुत सारे टेक्नोलॉजी इनेबल सेंसर्स होंगे, एंड ही इज थिंकिंग कि वो सारे डैशबोर्ड को एनेबलमेंट देखकर को चलाने वाला भी तो कोई स्किल चाहिए होगा ना. सो प्रॉब्लम के ना दो हिस्से होते हैं. एक प्रॉब्लम जिसको देख करके हम रुक जाते हैं, और आप में से कुछ लोग होंगे वो प्रॉब्लम को ये सोचेंगे कि कैसे अपॉर्चुनिटी बनेगी. The some people which I talked about the sustainability, they lost the job because they thought कि कॉलेज में गए, कैंपस हो गया, जॉब मिल गया, लाइफ सेट हो गई. But they forgot, अरे industry and environment of operating the business itself has changed. Margin levels have gone down. Then how can your job be secured? ये secured नहीं है कि ट्रम्प क्या करेंगे. Maybe, may not be, may. Trump say tariff, then somebody say tariff. Correct? So then companies are also re-improving the processes, doing the testing. Sustainability is not कि आज जो है, कल के लिए भी आपको effort डालना पड़ेगा. So you need to solve the problem and you need to go deeper of the problem, work with different people. That's where Gopal ji and Prakash ji were talking about collaboration. वो उनकी तारीफ कर रहे थे, टैरिफ नहीं तारीफ कर रहे थे, और वो उनकी तारीफ कर रहे थे बिकॉज द कोलैबोरेशन दे वर्क एंड देयर स्टूडेंट गॉट एक्सचेंज. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव थॉट अबाउट गेटिंग दैट अपॉर्चुनिटी ऑफ स्टूडेंट एक्सचेंज? Shan has worked with many students, and then some students, I met actually 4 startup students working on the drones in agriculture because I am specialized in agriculture. एंड उन्होंने बोला सर मेरा ड्रोन रेडी है, बस आप उड़ा दो. क्वेश्चन ये था कि रेगुलेशन कम्स अंडर DGCA. ड्रोन को उड़ाने के लिए भी ड्रोन का पायलट चाहिए होता है. यू नीड अ लाइसेंस, एंड इफ आर फ्लाइंग द ड्रोन यू नीड टू प्रिपेयर अ प्लान एंड सबमिट इट. देन बोला कि बेटा ड्रोन नहीं उड़ा सकते हैं, देयर आर मेनी प्रॉब्लम्स. एंड देन आफ्टर सम टाइम ही सेड आप मुझे बिजनेस नहीं दे रहे हो. मेरा स्टार्टअप लॉस में आ जाएगा, इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं आ रहा है. That's where company, jobs, these are also part of that sustainability, and that's what Prakash was talking about, economy. Environment we talked about, economy we talked about, skills we talked about. The social impact is also very important. My future of India, of Viksit Bharat, is that when the cotton, the problem what is talking about, pink bollworm, there is no farmer suicide. Zero farmer suicide. We could do it in 20 villages for 4 years in few villages of Vidarbha. But the moment those 4 years were over and we were out, there were farmer suicides back. So टेक्नोलॉजी में ना टेक्नो पार्ट के साथ वो लॉजी वर्ड भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. वो बायोलॉजी में है, सोशियोलॉजी में भी है, करेक्ट. आपका एनवायरमेंट में भी आता है, उसमें भी आता है, इकोनॉमिक्स में आता है. आई थिंक you, me, everyone needs to collaborate. We need to be assessing the reality and then think about 12 ईयर का एटलीस्ट क्लैरिटी तो है ना, तो आप स्टेप्स प्लान बनाओ कि आप क्या करोगे वंस यू आर आउट ऑफ द कॉलेज, और उसके बाद क्या, एंड देन उसके बाद क्या, एंड देन उसके बाद क्या. देयर आर मेनी पीपल हु आर अवेलेबल देयर. यू हैव गॉट अ वेरी गुड इकोसिस्टम थैंक्स टू Vinita's very aggressiveness. She has provided you environment, engage, collaborate, solve the real world problem with the people who are working on real world of technology, with the people who are ready to support and provide the opportunity, with the people who are ready to mentor. चिल्ला रहे हैं, I am mentoring. But unless आप step लोगे, कुछ नहीं होने वाला. With that, I conclude this wonderful panel discussion. Thank you very much.
That was an incredibly enriching and thought-provoking discussion where we got to know what could be the correct use of water because of atmosphere humidity, also stating problems that are still unsolved in agriculture sector, also talked about farm clinic and topics regarding sustainability in agriculture. A big thank you to our esteemed panelists for sharing their expertise and valuable insights with us. Let's give them a huge round of applause. We also extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Dinesh Kumar sir for steering the discussion so effectively and facilitating such meaningful conversations. Before we break for lunch, I have the honor of introducing one of the esteemed judges who will be evaluating today's event. We have Dr. Aparna Deshmukh, Head of Biotechnology Department, TCSE. We would get to know better through this short introductory video. Now, to honor their presence, I request Dr. Sonal Sharma, Professor Timscdr, to felicitate Dr. Aparna Deshmukh. Thank you, ma'am. Before we wind up for our lunch break, let's all stand up for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे। गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे। जन गण
We kindly request all our guests to proceed to the designated lunch area and the participants for the lunch break. The lunch break will end in half an hour. And we request everyone to move to their allotted venue post-lunch. The venues will be students and faculty, those who are only faculty.